All right, you guys. Ooh, I'm loud. All right. As you guys probably saw a moment ago, I have passed out microphones. Our team coaches, I believe, are going to be doing the pairings. I have them all set up. Sneed is already at the table, ready to go. We're going to get these pairings done and started shortly. Day 2, round 3. Here we go.
12 plus. Dude, Amazon is a hell of a drug. Amazon is a hell of a drug. Oh. I Brother, that bridge went down. That's probably what happened. Yeah, it was after that. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Bro, they fucking just stole your package and said, earn. I remember when the shipping it's still there. Go get the 9th Day Codex. Yeah, come on, get a big map. The biggest clogging. No more stream. Well, yeah, fair enough. Wow. Third color. All right.
Alrighty, guys. Top of the morning to you.
I do.
2 top tables.
You can help consult me. What do you think?
Day 2, round 3 of the throwdown at the campground.
Row 7 and row 9.
I'm your host, PVM Professor. I'm joined by Kenny.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Call your moms.
Yeah, everyone call your moms. That's yeah. I'm gonna be right back. No, I'm kidding. I already did that this morning.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call your mom, but
Somebody call my mom, for the love of God. She's in Vegas. How's your morning going this morning, Kenny?
doing pretty well so far. Had some actual breakfast, got some caffeine coursing through my veins, and we have a funny little situation here at the event this weekend where all 4 of the top teams are 1 win, 0 losses, and 1 draw. So the last 2 rounds will be a round-robin style as everyone plays all the other undefeated teams that had a draw.
All right, cool. All right, we're ready to go. Is the stream on? Are we going?
You guys are live.
All right, we're good. Hey.
All right, looks like we're gonna get into it.
Yeah. All right, so we gotta do our defender.
For your viewing pleasure, we have Rose City Ruffians on the bottom and Deep Strike Gang on the top, doing off our parents here. Looks like we are starting off with our defenders.
Wait, hold on. I gotta make sure.
Yeah, double check.
Oh. Yeah, we get.
And we're getting underway.
We're doing orcs.
We're doing Death Guard.
All right.
Orcs and Death
They have
Guard.
defended Death Guard.
Let's see who we're attacking.
I'm feeling row 8.
All right, we can do this.
And I'm also feeling
These 2.
maybe row 9.
Any of these. We could do this.
Come here.
Or we could do this.
Into Death Guard. 8 and 9.
Yes. I need
Yeah,
all
board
of
choice.
them for others.
I don't think we do row 5. I don't think we do row 6.
This unlocks.
Yeah, I think we need this.
The one that it does kind of save this, but I think that we talked this is not great.
Yep.
So these 2? All right.
All right. Sean has got his out.
You're being attacked by Deathwatch and Tyranids.
There's the flip.
We're being attacked
Deathwatch
by
and Tyranids versus Death Guard.
CK and Custodes.
And CK, Chaos Knights versus and Custodes attacking Orcs.
Yep. All right. Okay, so you're taking that one?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take this one.
There you go. And I guess now we roll. Let's see. All right, who wants to roll it? This is a real dice. It's not a trick dice. Oh.
Ooh, it's a 6.
All right.
Oh, it is also a 6. Oh, no, that's a 4. Wait a minute. I'm blind this morning, chat.
You guys get the first table choice.
Let's go.
Death Guard versus Tyranids. Chaos Knights versus Orcs.
All right, Travis, pick the one. One
You
of
get
the
second board choice.
Yeah, we just get all of them, dude.
Still on the table for both teams. Deep Strike still have a Death Watch, a Adeptus Custodes, and a
Dude, we're gonna have no fun.
Leagues of Votan.
Yeah, we gotta put.
And then,
Got kicked on accident. Oh
Where
well.
we just
And then for our Rose City team, they still have access to New Emperor's Children,
What do you think?
which is legal for this event.
Nice.
They have
our CP down and then
Death Watch, which was refused, and then they have who else? Orcs,
okay.
Tyranids, Death Watch, Emperor's Children, and Astra Militarum. They have a combined regiment.
Death Guard Tyranids on WTC 1 is the pick.
Urge, boy.
All right, Tanner's picking his table. You guys pick WTC 1. Our boy John.
Yeah.
He's in the bathroom.
He's big shit.
He's already been infected by nerds.
John, you've been called out.
All right.
And
So
WTC
here, I'm
3
kinda
for
feeling
the
row
Chaos
5
Knights versus
or
Orcs.
9.
Yeah, I think you want a choice.
I think it's 5, right?
Is that Orc list the one that I saw bouncing around with the 3 Morkanauts?
No. This is a good
This
orc
is a good
list.
one?
This is a good orc list.
The other one's trash?
Oh no. The other one's more DACA. Like it's
Probably 5.
it's not that it's bad. It's that it has a job. And
different.
You're just getting to play.
It has a job, and its job is to decimate things that don't respect its
I think you
shooting.
can just
Gotcha.
oh, yeah.
Here, this is a more traditional game plan of boy in truck.
Wait. There we go.
All right.
And I
You have
mean,
you have
Rose City has selected its next defender,
guard.
EC Guard and Death Watch left.
and it's 2 attackers. They don't even need to see what the defender is. He knows.
yeah.
These are the 2 people who are going to be attacking. I will not give you the 5th card that he is currently holding.
That is actually all of their cards, though. If you so in a 5-man
Oh,
team situation,
yep, I
there's
got
only
you.
3 decisions. You've got first defender, second defender, and then really your first attackers, because your last set of attackers are chosen for you because they're all you have left.
There you go. That Emperor's Children emblem is looking
right.
mighty fine right there.
It is.
Yep.
So Votan and Emperor's Children are the defenders. The other 2 armies, as I have been corrected.
Down the line.
I have a strong feeling that this is Death Watch.
They've marked them with grease stains.
Yeah.
Dude, the burnt wood.
And then what board do you think I play that on?
I am disappointed. The Fated Max versus Max face-off is possible, but unlikely.
That's
All
terrible.
right, we're trying to determine where Votan is going.
Also terrible. I think we'd rather give our gun guys.
So it is interesting. There are 2 pretty heavy G-dub shooting board. They're very light tables for GW. They're very shooting favored. Are left on the table for G-dub, and then the WTC 7 is reasonably balanced.
Yeah, I
So
can
the hardest cover tables have already been taken up. So for these ones, it's definitely with a lot of guns left. It's who gets to get shot like fish in a barrel.
I think Emperor's Children, last time I checked,
Well, actually.
likes its shooting.
It does. So it really only
Actually, I think
it has
I
2
think
major,
this is
2 to 3 major shooting threats in the Noise Marines, but they're so fast. They don't really need angles so much as they just peek out and grat you. But they do worry about being blasted on that same return.
Oh, Imperial Guard on the table, huh?
So we got the vote. We do have the Fated Max V Max Votan into Astra Militarum, and we have the Death Watch into Death Watch, which is
Let's go.
Oh,
a difference of 1 unit.
You want 4 or 2? You're
what's
playing
that unit? What is the unit?
He's running a slightly larger unit of veterans, and
You got it.
Sean has included Watchmaster Artemis.
outside. I said
All right.
All right, you guys.
I'm going to go help with table setup in a sec.
Yep. And while he is doing that, there is our setup. Oh, something, somewhere. Oh, it's because of me. Darn it. All right, fine.
roll off. It's a 12,
I'll do it right.
It's an 8, and then we don't play.
Well, maybe the orcs. It did.
The back.
All right.
Fixed. All right, there it is. So we have Tyranids versus Death Guard. We have Chaos Knights versus Orcs. Custodes versus Emperor's Children. Votan versus Imperial Guard, which unfortunately I wanted to get Imperial Guard on the table,
think so,
but
yeah.
into Votan, I've been told most things into Votan's kind of a snoozer. And I think this Imperial Guard list is specifically one where it's like, you can't shift me off of points, na-na-na-na-na. And Votan is also, you can't shift me off of points, na-na-na-na-na. So, slap fight. And then Death Watch versus Death Watch, which I'm all for mirror matchups, but watching them, that can be kind of tough. So, we're going to see what Kenny picks out for our stream table.
Saving his back, dude. I hate walking. All right, we're going to do, Death Guard Nids on stream.
Death Guard Nids on stream. You heard it here.
Okay. Death Guard Nids on stream on layout. All right.
Death Guard Nids. Thank you. How do you keep breaking this?
I don't know.
Thank you very much. Death Guard player and Nids player. Can you deliver? Oh, actually, Sneed, come back here. I have a pregame I got to do with them, so I'm going to deliver. Thank you, though. I appreciate you. I realized I made a mistake as soon as I asked him if he could deliver it. All right, so here we go. Pairings. We are in. We have Deep Strike Gangs. Hang on now. Deep Strike Gangs Death Guard. Yoink. Versus Rose City Ruffians. Tyranids. Where's Rose City Ruffians? There you are. Tyranids. All right, you guys. We have Invasion Fleet versus Plague Company. I'm going to go ahead and start doing the back end stuff here. What is the mission we're playing here? What letter? Tipping point. Mission C.
Hey, chat, don't mind the pit crew construction over here. Full WTC allow in 2 minutes. How's everybody doing this morning? I am doing great, Ganzar. Glad to hear you're working on some wraiths. Oh, thanks for the subscription there. Doing good. It feels really weird to be on the casting side of things rather than actually on the tables. But it's been fun to watch and always fun to see how different people play. All right, we're going to bring the player mics in.
Oh, believe it's... What mission are we playing?
You guys are on Linchpin,
Something?
Tipping Point.
Do you guys have the mission?
I do. It's Linchpin, Fog of War was the piece I was not remembering, and then Tipping Point.
Tipping Point.
Yep.
It's Fog of War, Linchpin, Tipping Point.
Okay.
The Fog of War is the node.
Yeah, no core strats.
Yeah.
And everyone is cover round one.
Yep, exactly.
Do you have objective
Linchpin.
markers?
Yeah, I've got some. You want to pull Linchpin up on your phone?
It's the hold your home.
No, I know, for measurements.
Oh. Oh,
There is one in the middle in this, right?
yeah. -1 hit weapon skill, right? Save? Oh, okay.
Bada bing. Bada boom. Kenny. We're up to date, good sir.
Hell yeah.
You want to hop into these lists real quick?
Yeah, we could dive in real fast.
All right, here we go. I see Tim's trying to talk to you, so.
Oh, well,
Get this on 30.
Yeah, you're
He
good.
just needs to go to your left just a little bit.
Oh, all right. Never mind. Twas confused. All right, you guys.
false alarm.
I'm going to go ahead and mute the players, and we're going to get into this.
All right.
On the table for your viewing pleasure today, we have Jonathan. He's bringing the Tyranids, and his warlord is the Hive Tyrant. And then across the table from him is Travis for the Deep Strike Gang, Death Guard, and his warlord is Mortarion.
Awesome. So for the Tyranids, we are playing an invasion fleet, so the good old index detachment. They have access to lethals versus infantry models, lethals versus, sustain versus infantry models, lethals versus monster vehicle, or precision. They're probably going to be sticking more to the sustained hits here just because there's an awful lot of Death Guard infantry in this list. They've got Hive Tyrant, a Neuro Tyrant, 2 sets of Gargoyles and Hormagaunts. So lots of fast battle line to move up the table. They've got kind of the typical package for Tyranids these days, which is 2 to 3 Exocrines. In this case, there's 2. There's a Biovore to hold home field, 2 Lictors to do actions, 2 Malceptors to hold central ground. I'd say the odd things about this list are actually the Norn Emissary. They either pop up or they're either taken in 3 or not at all. So to see 1 is interesting. And then 2 Pyrovores to have an outflanking threat alongside a Tyrannifex that's ready to nuke someone's tank from orbit.
That Tyrannifex has that casino cannon, right? It's strength 18 -4, but it's 2 shots?
It's 2 shots, but it is 6 plus D6 damage.
Jesus. 2 shots, I can get behind that.
Yeah. It just helps. And the Exocrines let it reroll 1s, which is where it gets particularly spicy.
So across the table from him, we have the the Death Guard bringing the Plague Company. He has a Biologist Putrefier, 2 Sorcerers and Terminator, Foul Blight Spawn, Maleficent Plague Casters ×2, Mortarion, and Typhus rounding out the characters' picks. Then a single squad of Plague Marines, probably for sticky objectives and holding that backfield until it trudges forward. 2 squads of Cultists, Death Shroud Terminator ×2, 3 Fetid Bloat Drones, a single Poxwalker squad, and 2 Death Guard Rhinos. Tell me a little bit about this detachment.
Yeah, so don't undersell that Poxwalker unit, because that is 20 Poxwalkers with Typhus.
Jeez.
So that is a regenerating zombie unit. Walking Dead in a nice contained package. Really, this is an anti-melee Death Guard list. It has multiple units of Terminators and Death Shroud. Those Sorcerers and Terminator armor don't seem particularly spooky, but in the units they're in, on a 2+ in the combat phase, they make you -1 damage. So that, alongside the index detachment's access to -1 damage in melee, means you could make a Terminator unit on a dime -2 damage. So good luck with that one.
Absolutely fantastic. So durability versus, I don't know.
So Tyranid melee, so Tyranid monster melee tends to either be 3 or D6 + 1. So the ability to be -2 on a dime is actually relevant. Mortarion also makes them, he can choose to ignore modifiers, which is going to be big because Malceptors kind of exert a -1 to hit or a -1 to wound aura. So there will be some, I think Death Guard has some good tech pieces here, but it's going to be down to how they navigate the big bugs. Because those could accidentally kill things with shooting. The Exocrine and the Tyrannifex profiles are very spooky for those Terminators, but there are some very tall walls because it's WZZ.
Gotcha. And the thing that they're going to be navigating today for you on the tabletop is going to be Linchpin. So you score 3 for holding, unless you hold your home, in which case you score 3 for your home and 5 for everything in No Man's Land. Tipping point, as you guys are about to see, is going to be the deployment, and Fog of War is going to be the twist, and so you can't use core stratagems in the very beginning of the game. All right, you guys. Now, before we get into this game, I do want to take a quick second to remind you, if you're viewing this on YouTube, to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We love putting this content out for you, and seeing you guys' subscriptions and likes just keeps us motivated to keep doing what we're doing. All right, let's see here. Looks like they are. Go ahead and unmute them.
Okay.
Pulling it up.
Appreciate that.
I don't think we've rolled off for first deployment yet.
I think I've learned it all by now, but again, just
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
All right. And it was Travis, right?
yeah.
Okay.
All right, so what do you think the game plan is for each of these players? Let's start off with the Tyranids. What are they going to try to do?
So the Tyranids list in general is actually trying to like get minor wins where it can. So Tyranids in a team setting are usually either a blunter or a small win. In this case, if it's against armies that can navigate it, they'll try to overwhelm them. Death Guard don't have amazing OC, so if they can get a couple big bugs on the point and then they can't get taken off. The downside is that once they have to get close.
Not only gives you -1 toughness, but in addition, I get to pick one of 3.
They have to get close to be effective, and Death Guard like it when you get closer. They like the stinky hugs. So I think the Death Guard are going to basically try and stage for one big trap, one big sweep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, it's not? Oh, it's right now.
Now, is this this is not new Death Guard. This is original OG Death Guard, correct?
Yeah, this is in fact the last week of Index Death Guard for those being playable. So in this case, we're
9 for the Rangers. Oh, yeah.
we're seeing the last ride of the Index Death Guard detachment.
Yep, the gentleman whose head you can see at the bottom of the screen there in the bottom left. He's very excited because a local tournament happening at the end of this month is actually allowing new Death Guard.
Yeah.
So he's going to be taking that. Death Guard, very near and dear to his heart. That's Tim there.
Like yesterday night.
All right, I think we're getting first turn roll off.
Sure.
Or excuse me, first deployment roll off.
Yep. If I click the button, I guess. There you go. Cool. Oh, real quick. Rhinos, as they are, 2 plate casters and 1
I
plate.
think that reviewing what's in reserve, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Let me think about reserves for a second as well.
Yep.
What is interesting?
Dice in the box.
No, I'm not rolling them. I just keep fiddling with them.
That's fine. That's fine.
Don't want to drop them everywhere.
He's Travis is going to pretend that he's the first person to ever lose one of my dice.
I found 4 of yours on the floor this morning as I was just wandering around, so I've already retrieved them and put them back. But
Dude, sometimes I wonder if the players just grab them and like, yeah.
one of the staff members here was like, "Hey, a bunch of these were found on the floor when we were sweeping these up." I was like, "I know where most of these red and blue ones are from."
Hey, I appreciate you putting them back in the pile. The pile continues to dwindle ever so slightly. The more tournaments.
I'm gonna do 1 Pyrovore in strat reserve.
Hang on.
And Pyrovore strips cover, right?
Yeah.
You put the Pyrovore in.
That's normal. So the Pyrovore is the flamer one.
Oh, yes, that strips cover, and so he's going to walk it off of a corner, shoot something he wants to strip cover on it, and then basically admit it's going to die.
Correct. And the exocrine shooting is pretty spooky when it's ignoring cover. The main weakness is it's like middling AP, so being able to kind of get essentially AP1 is quite nice.
That's very nice, and that's a D6 plus 3 shots on that. And they have the special rule that if it shoots something, the rest of anything that shoots it gets reroll ones?
Yeah, once it's completed its shooting activation, if it hits something with 1 or more attacks, it can designate that as basically a called target, and then any future Tyranid shooting at that unit will be able to reroll ones to hit, which is spooky. If he uses the exocrines like a battery together, then one of them shoots first. The next one might be stationary heavy, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, which is a pretty spooky profile. 3 damage flat is not fun for Terminators.
Oh, I think we have actually missed the first drop roll-off.
Here?
I'm going to assume that Tyranids won the Defender roll-off here.
Yep.
I'm going to put Typhus and the zombie shambling horde over here on the line.
Awesome.
There's that zombie horde you were talking about.
I take it back. His scythe cannot fit right there, so he's going to go as far up as he can. And then everyone will follow him. And then goal here is not to be able to be shot through this thing. If I need to move him back a bit.
I think you should be fine.
Now, have you seen this man's maliceptors? I was walking by the table earlier. Look at these things.
That lane's
I'm just saying that now.
Yeah, they are very, very cool. We actually have a box model Maliceptor in reserve in case there was an issue with them being a
just
problem.
in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case. All right, so if Jonathan sees this, he's our Tyranids player, by the way. If he sees this is no offense, but do you know what these things remind me of?
They look like Overlords from StarCraft
that's
for me.
exactly it. It's StarCraft Overlords, which I know do basically nothing but free up inventory space.
Yeah, it's actually pretty amusing. Like, Maleceptors are usually pretty effective or impactful versus an Overlord.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a friend of mine who runs 2 Maleceptors religiously. Oh, I got to fix that camera. He runs 2 Maleceptors religiously, and I will tell you right now, they do some damage. All right, be right back.
Up top.
All right, what are you missing?
20 cultists. I've been playing this whole tournament with. Dude, I'm the best Death Guard player ever. I won 2 games without 12.
Some exciting revelations for folks paying attention to the audio. The coach has informed him that the Death Guard player has in fact been missing 20 cultists.
It's on you. I put another lictor.
You're good.
Has been missing 20 cultists from his lists all weekend. So he's actually been able to bring back positive results for his team, 200 points down. So good for him.
In strat reserves. They're in strat reserves for now.
Sounds good.
I will slow play this whole game, make the stream awful, and then my cultists will arrive. It'll be great.
There we go. Now we're centered.
Yeah. I don't think you heard the last conversation here, but Travis has not been playing with cultists this entire weekend. So he's been playing 100 to 150 points down all weekend. And bringing back positive results. So
he's been Wing?
Yeah, he had a 12-point win and I believe a 15 or a 16-point win. So he's definitely been making it happen without the cultists.
Holy cow!
Goes to show you how little you matter to the Dark Gods, folks.
Yes, indeed. Don't matter much.
24.
All right.
This lane for sure.
Kenny, I think I've got everything all set up. I think we're good to let these guys get into it. Traja?
All the way down
good.
here.
So you can't see right. I'm not.
I like to give my my co-caster the music.
No, I can see it actually.
See it?
You need to be off both of the plates, is what it is. Yeah, you're good right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go somewhere between this game. If you get this, that's what we're looking at. If you get this, that's what we're looking at.
Okay.
Like yesterday, I'm like, this doesn't feel like a lot of things. And I checked it in the list, and they removed cultists from the codex. I'm like, I guess that's everything.
The last round of the Death Guard cultists.
Yep.
Neuro Tyrant down on you.
You can't have cultists in the Death Guard anymore?
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, they're not part of the codex.
How interesting.
Yeah, the Neuro's going to be the -1 when I use my Shadow in the Warp.
Shadow in the Warp.
More Tarian going down?
It's a lot, so I know what most of your stuff does.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. There you go.
40. Remind me what his defensive profile is again.
T12, 16 wounds, 5 up, feel no pain, 4 up, invul, and 2 up, base save.
Yeah, 2 up, 4 up, 5 up, 16, T12, right?
And then 1 CP in the shooting phase, -1 to hit. Any unit in my army can do it. It's like smoke screen, but instead of like
just 1 CP.
I am going to adjust this camera as well.
Smoke, it's like
I'm looking at
Do
it.
you have any CP
Gonna go
connection in your list?
This way.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know why, but it seems like things shift in the middle of the night. The goblins sneak in.
Yeah, I'm sure someone's bumped it and just didn't know.
You got it on me? Put it over to me. And I'm sorry, what did you say you had in reserve?
1 unit of Death Shroud.
Yeah, and Deep
Either
Strike?
one. Yeah.
You don't have any way to Deep Strike closer to the 9, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet.
Cool. It's got a Hormagaunts over on the home.
Cool.
Fetid bloat drone going down.
Those lads are T9 10 wins, is that right?
T9, 10.
Good old flesh
3 up
mower.
save or 2 up save?
3 up.
Okay.
A bring ding ding ding.
5 invul.
Could you imagine?
Demon engine. Cool.
No, I don't really want to.
Chunks and pieces of Kenny everywhere.
Yeah, it's funny. The lawnmower variant is fine in the new book, but the new plague launchers are just so disgusting.
I have I've given a little gander to it, and we saw that on our Friday pre-stream.
We did catch that live on Friday.
Yes, we did. That was very good.
In your butt maneuver.
Something in the water.
Something in the water, indeed. Something in Tim's water. Did I tell you, by the way, I spoke to him this morning? It's getting posted.
And my own
Monday. Everyone keep it out for Monday who didn't watch it live.
Yeah, a little D6 tabletop after dark, folks.
Yes, it was. I believe that Plague Marine grew wings and flew.
The coop or something.
Got the lane, got no long range shooting.
Hey, Wally, how's it going? This is a stank game.
Where are my cultists?
Oh, yeah. It smells fucking terrible. It smells like death and shit everywhere.
I don't own any Chaos armies. Don't say it.
He does own Dark Angels.
And then
looks like the Neurolictor. Oh no, that's the Swarm Lord right there.
Yeah, that's just a hive tyrant. Just a hive tyrant.
Just a hive tyrant.
Hive tyrant and Neurolictor.
9-2-3 at range.
It's D3. It's D3, right? With
Yeah,
blast?
D3.
Mostly because Swarmy does not have a ranged weapon.
10-2-3 twin linked.
Well, he has Psychic Scream, but not a
One of
Venom
like
cannon.
5 people who play this game that actually know what that loadout is, or non-Tyranid players, I should say. I have no idea where to put you. Yeah, do. He'll there do that. He'll just hang out over here like with his bro. Hashtag drone bros. Okay, where does the rhino go?
Oh, all three of them right there. That's where they all are. Well,
You me?
All together now, as the Beatles say.
Back.
probably just going to be an offering one after another, right?
Yeah.
Bleed them slowly but surely, or something big goes out that all three of them want to munch on all at the same time. They're fast, aren't they?
They're one of the faster things in Death Guard. Their base move 10, which is pretty quick for the Stinky boys.
Yeah, I love that. They are fast, and then he goes for Death Guard.
For me? Appreciate it.
Do you think if there was a Plague Marine cover band of the Beatles, they would just call it the Beatles?
The blood drone that doesn't have the flamers, what is
Like
it? Yeah,
the insect?
Yes.
10 attacks.
The Dung Beatles?
Yeah, just yes.
He's just got a lawnmower.
Oh my God. Yep.
He's like my monkey.
He just has.
I don't know. You want to start getting into it. What would the band be for Tyranids?
It's a lawnmower. It's a pretty
Tyranids?
cool melee.
It's got to be something that makes your brain
no idea
melt out of your ears, right?
I mean, the easy one is Papa Roach.
My God. That is the easy one right there.
That's the low-hanging fruit. Although I do think Mortarian's Yellow Submarine has a very different implication.
Cool.
Oh.
Look at me at.
That should help a little bit.
Yeah, we are sitting in a pretty populated area.
I don't know if this guy can fit along this edge over here. This giant ass base. He cannot. Okay.
These are always some of the better shots that we get while he is continuing his deployment. A little pan around the room.
Fire war. Go.
Yeah. There's a couple of us in this room. Just a few. Oh, gosh darn program doing its job.
Some negligent mothers and fathers.
Stop doing exactly what I hired you to do, damn it. Oh, yeah. Happy Mother's Day, y'all. This one's for my wife. Quick shout outs to Kenzie, mother of my child. I love you very much. And to all the other mothers out there, shout out to you guys as well. I know my mother birthed the champion, so thank you to her. And similar to how we reminded you all in the beginning of this game, call your mama if you haven't already. It's Mother's Day.
Make sure he can come tow this. Yeah. All right, so he'll go in the front. Going up with the Maliceptor. I'm going to hold down this lane or that lane. That lane.
Dice are being picked up. Tells me deployment has been completed. At least for the Death Guard.
I think we're about to see things get rolling. That looks about to be all there would be for the Tyranids as well. They're missing probably the Hormagaunts. I expect both units of Gargoyles in reserve. But I expect the Hormagaunts to be on the table.
Are we balancing acting The Tyrannifexes?
Yeah,
And-
so what he's doing right now is he's determining what his lines of sight are with exocrines and making sure everything can fit. 'Cause
Gotcha.
he hasn't deployed them yet. So he's making sure that there's no issues if he wants to move or
What's that?
how far his maximum move is.
No assault.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure.
No way to give them
He
assault.
gives an aura of assault.
Oh, right.
and lethal
Walker.
hit.
Yeah.
So anyone within 6 of them has assault and lethal.
Nice.
But baseline, no. No one has assault.
The brood mother has been contacted. Yes.
Oh, actually, looking slightly to the right around this monitor, I do see the Hormagaunts on the Tyranid home objective there.
Okay.
And there's a unit of gargoyles in that center L.
In that build. Oh, yeah. And then a little unit of gargoyles. He did, I know when we were listening earlier, he did say at least one is in deep strike.
As you should. They're a very strong scoring piece since they can move after shooting 6 inches, which means they can deep strike, shoot something, and scoot, which is very good for objective stealing, denial, move blocking.
5.
One thing to remember, they can do that, but they can't charge after, but you wouldn't charge a gargoyle anyways into anything. It'd just roll over and die.
I have no scout moves.
You don't have any scout moves. I don't have any scout moves either.
No scouts. I believe Tyranids got turn 1.
Deck, right?
Yes, and then just say what you got.
I'm going to keep track of my CP right here for me.
Tyranids going first.
On that
Oh,
thing
I
as
don't
well.
have a.
So we'll both get 1
Oh, yeah.
into yours.
I didn't grab a dice
I
for it
am,
because
yeah.
the computer does it for us.
All right, I drew area denial and no pris.
prisoners.
And O-Force.
Certified. I've seen worse.
No prisoners. I believe.
No prisoners. Thank you.
Do I want to cycle no prisoners at all? I don't think I do.
There's the confirmation.
Yep.
I don't think there's nothing I'm going to do.
That's been the funniest thing about doing the spectating this weekend is
What laser is this?
I think it's probably okay. And does Typhus res these dudes?
So whenever they kill a model, it's non-vehicle or monster. They bring it back. If Typhus looks at something and kills models, that also brings them back.
Okay. If he were to smite a lictor, would you just get 1 guy?
Yes.
Okay.
There's an 8 infantry model. I get 1 guy.
Per model you kill. Okay. Okie dokie.
All right.
And it's a squad of 20 with him?
They have a laser
I
pointer.
didn't know why it was there.
Yeah.
Is it a squad of 20 with him?
is that your laser up there?
Nope. No idea.
It's probably Griff's then. We'll hand it to him later.
21 technically.
Yeah,
is
fuck it.
Typhus.
I'll keep no prisoners.
All right.
We'll cycle.
That is the word. He's keeping no prisoners, and so area denial and no prisoners is the draw for the Tyranids. Top turn 1.
Yep.
Neurotyrant picks 2 units with an 18 in the command phase, gives them synapse. So my turn. We'll pick the guards right here.
I know one of Travis's regular opponents is a Tyranid player, so he's
I'm
played.
sorry. I need to pick.
He's heard a lot
my
of these
objective
before.
to Norn.
Is that Sneed?
That
That
one.
one? The one he's right.
Sneed, also
Everyone
our
gets-
buddy Gavin and a few
that.
others.
Actually, you know what?
Tyranids a very popular faction, and for good reason. The models look awesome,
What
and
if
it plays
I stuck
kind of
this
cool.
asshole
You can
right in the middle.
pick small Gribblies, which maybe might not be the most competitive thing, but you can definitely lean into that trope if you'd like to, and then you can go all big stompy monsters. You could basically play knights, right?
Yeah, you can definitely do multiple different play styles.
Now there is that Norn emissary crawling up
Looks like
into the
not.
building.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go there.
I think it's a 4 or 5 up feel no pain when he's on that.
The whatever objective I pick, yeah.
It's like OC 15, 5 up
OC
feel no
15,
pain.
5 up, feel no pain.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, dude, we're gonna pick the middle for the Norn.
Okay.
Shit.
Norn's objective is going to be the middle objective.
Cool.
That's a long way to walk for that Norn.
Let's move some stuff.
Well, he was
So,
using the Norn to measure whether or not he
let's
could
start with that
fit
early
underneath that building and get the base onto that objective there.
No. I meant more. It's going to take a turn or two before it gets to the objective.
Oh, yes.
To their contagion.
Which,
okay.
frankly, for Death Guard, he's probably not at risk of
Is
dying.
that right? Okay, cool. I got
The
4
slow boys.
Neurolictors advance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he wants to just rotate that direction.
Death Guard having to choose their contagion before the game starts, they selected the -1 AP while in contagion, so they'll be hitting extra hard.
Beautiful. What is that? The rattle joint agu?
That way,
Rattle joint ague, yeah.
12 gets me.
Something like that.
Insert old disease vector, insert disease type.
God, it's so nice when you're writing rules and you need a name for it. You can just go to the history books and be like, give me something weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a lictor over there. I
I'm
didn't
gonna
even see that
advance
guy.
the Norn.
Diphtheria popsicle.
4 5.
5. Sorry, I'll try to roll in the box. I'm probably gonna forget a couple of times.
-2, -2.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll start screaming.
I think that just gets him in here.
There's that Neurolictor.
Yeah.
So the thing he's prepping for is he's already doing pre-movement for round 2 to try and prevent Death Guard from rapid ingressing a very spooky amount of Terminators nearby.
Is a spooky amount as well. How many does he have in his list?
I believe he has 2 units of... My gosh, I'm forgetting already.
Mower.
It's at least 2 units
have, like,
of
melee attacks, the ones with
6, I believe.
Close combat weapons.
Okay.
Like
a
6.
couple.
We have the power.
401
We do.
probably.
Okay.
We'll check if it becomes.
Yes, he went the full bore double 2x6
Oh.
in each with a sorcerer, so it's really 2x7.
Sturdy and
No
stinky.
one else, and the rest of your army has access to that at all? Just a data sheet for them?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, that Northern Emissary did roll in advance. That did get it onto that center objective there.
The Exocrine right here.
A fat OC-15 on that middle.
Is it an OC-15 and a 5-up Feel No Pain?
It's a 4-up Feel No Pain.
It's a 4-up Feel No Pain?
Mhm.
Good Lord.
Yeah. It's amusing how underplayed that model is for what you think you get out of it. The problem is it doesn't do a lot of damage and it's a little expensive.
How much is one of those bad boys going to run me?
I got what I got to.
They are, I think they're just north of 200 points.
Sweet.
I mean, for 15 OC and a 4-up Feel No Pain on something that's just designed to make it difficult for your opponent to shift an objective away from you, that's not half bad. Plus, they are a big stopping monster, which makes them high toughness naturally.
Malice Scepter next to him.
Yeah, we say that, and then you look at 5 guardsmen with duty and honor. And
That one.
Yeah, 15 OC immediately tied.
You're 2 on the ground too.
God, I love guardsmen.
preach.
Hated, dude.
I have to say their order mechanism is probably my favorite part of the army, and if Games Workshop ever took it away for any reason, which I know they wouldn't, but if they did, I'd honestly stop playing.
We'll forget it.
Stop playing guard. Probably not 40k, but guard.
Well, I haven't missed
Hunger strike that. Yeah, Norn Emissary coming in at 260.
That is hilarious.
Ooh, that is an expensive boy.
That is also after a reduction, if not 2. Yeah, thanks, Ganzar.
We're not going to do a whole lot, I don't think. Let's advance the...
I knew it was less than 3, but it's more than 2, and
yeah, let's
frankly, you don't see him unless they're just putting 3 of them on the table.
He just wants to move over here. Is that going to clear the lane enough, actually? I'm just going to roll an advance for him.
Yeah, I was going to say, they came down a little bit.
From 14.
Oh, so then they got one of the things that we were talking about earlier, I think last night, is when things get a nerf, it kind of leaves this like bad taste. Even if it's not a nerf to the point where they're terrible, it leaves a bad taste in most players' mouths where they're like, oh, it got nerfed. I'm not supposed to use it, so I'm not going to, right? Where I feel like the opposite happens. As soon as something gets buffed, everyone immediately looks at it. Now, it might not go onto the table, right? Because it might not be enough of a buff, but when points drop like that, you start looking at those things. It draws attention to those models.
Games Workshop, release my people, i.e. Repentia from... Let my people go, please.
Repentia can die for their sins in 9th edition.
No, why are they 170?
Because 9th edition.
Yes, when they were good. They are no longer good. You could make them 130, and I don't know if I would take them.
There is at least 3 years of Repentia need to do before we're allowed to put them back on the table.
Maybe. I'm a Bloody Rose player at heart.
Yeah, boy.
You were a Repentia player then, Bloody Rose.
Yeah, it's been a force of my entire Sisters career for 10th. I played essentially probably 200 plus games of Sisters from pre-Codex to after Codex.
5 for him to clear this wall.
And essentially did only play Bringers of Flame because there was no other detachment really worth considering.
That leaves me with... Fuck did I roll? 5.
They sell more Repentia models, they'll get buffed. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little, but they've been cheap and on sale for a hot minute, so...
I absolutely will not pretend. The reason why Games Workshop is so adamant into balancing in different ways, nerfing things that are doing good and buffing things that aren't seeing the table is not for the player. It's so that when the meta changes, they guarantee it requires you to buy a new kit to keep up with that meta.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, some sickos, though, already had the 60 Repentia, which is twice as many as you can legally field.
Hey, if you play something long enough, eventually you just have one of every or 3 bricks of every possible model.
Yeah. You don't really have force allowance in GW games versus other games like War Machine or Infinity, but
I think everything is in Synapse right now.
I would say
like
I'm
the lictors.
force complete for Sisters.
Yeah.
Will it make you mad if I say Synapse the whole game just to mess with you?
I don't give a fuck. You can call it whatever you want.
One of my friends who plays bugs, I'll just say
didn't write the
Synapse
rule.
randomly and it pisses him off.
I'm not offended.
Every time. It works.
Now, if you say Tyranid, I will be upset.
Oh, the Tyranids?
Yeah, I'm
We
not,
can do
in,
that.
I'm not into that shit.
I'll pronounce
The
everything
third
wrong.
Tyranid war.
Honestly, if he keeps calling it Tyrannid, what is he saying?
Stay where they are
They were
now.
discussing, nomenclature and like Travis saying synapse instead of synapse, just to like tweak his friend's bugs. But John was saying that he only gets upset if you call it a Tyrannid.
I will pick Travis up and bring him to the dumpster myself if he continues to do Tyranids. Tyrannid.
The Gargs will advance.
Ugh.
We do have a very exciting Death Guard versus Tyrannid matchup today, though.
18.
Get out.
I think they just want to get the stage up over here.
Look, I play Death Watch as well, so the only thing bugs are good for is producing the venom for Hellfire shells.
Oh, that's such cool lore. If nothing else, not recently, but like within the last... If you just disregard the last like 3 years of stuff, everything from 3 years ago and before, dude, some of that lore is so nutty.
I really want to be on.
Yeah.
They had some artists writing that lore.
If you while they're moving and not doing much, if you pan to the table next to us, you'll see you'll see a smattering of a beautifully painted Death Watch and some models that Sneed has painted, contributing to the Death Watch total.
So like the back of these guys.
I love Death Watch. They're one of the best fun, fluffy armies that you could just do everything with, and the old veteran kits and such are just so fun to play with.
You can feel it.
Oh, okay.
And there's an awful lot of Death Watch on that table.
There are a lot of Death Watch on that table. Have they already engaged, though?
I think they're moving. It doesn't look like anyone's particularly hit themselves against the other yet. I think
These models are so hard to move, dude.
That's why Snape's
there might be some Terminators actually in that center 4 ruin trying to pick some stuff off, but whoever blinks first kind of loses in that matchup.
Yep.
Yeah.
One thing I will note, they moved the mat down to avoid this little bump in the tables towards the top of the screen. And so now this is as low as my camera will go because of the limitations.
Thankfully, that's actually probably not too bad because nothing is going to appear on that back piece.
Yeah.
And elves. So like Craft World Eldar. So I don't have a lot of spindly bits. This has been a nightmare. I literally cut my thumb yesterday on a spike from something. I don't know which one of these people did it.
Anytime you pick up a Chaos Army, it requires a blood tribute, dude. All right. These guys are just hang out back here.
Here we have the wandering phase from one of the Rose City teammates.
Wonderful.
I know, that's so dumb that works. I mean, like, he's on it. I can't do anything about it.
I have to respect the hustle.
Do you like I can do that? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, that's fucked up, I mean, honestly.
How am I supposed to say no? He's on the objective.
He's on it, dude. Yeah. Okay.
By God, he's chargeable, but by God, he's there, too.
My voice might straight up give out in this game, too.
Sorry?
My voice might give out in this game, too. I woke up, like, could barely talk. We want to move this, like...
As one of our Waystone casters who was playing at the end of the day on our stream, he didn't do a shout-out, and he's like, oh, I wanted to, but I didn't know if you'd be mad. And I was like, oh, you gotta work together in this field, right?
Absolutely.
But he was saying throat lozenges. Bring the throat lozenges.
My go bag for Warhammer has a pack of Halls in it at all times.
All right, we're doing a little pre-measuring here.
Yeah, like we talked about, making sure that...
You can't end in advance within 6 of this.
We're seeing some Spore Mine chicanery.
Nice. And I don't think we're going to get any shooting here.
No idea how many times.
Do you think Mortarion, there's a line of sight around along the top of the table into Mortarion there?
No, they were pretty clear when they pre-measured that with the wings oriented the way they are, he has no shots, basically.
Beautiful. Working with your opponent.
Turns
Not
out.
just playing against your opponent, but working with them.
The common theme of this weekend. And most competitive games, which is
We're going
good.
to stay right there, off the objective.
Okay.
That's me, dude. I'm going to score 5 on area.
Yeah, it's a little bit more visible from this angle, but Morty is
Are you within 3?
safe and secure in that little pocket.
You are, but
I'm on the objective.
okay.
While his wing is overhanging the ruin, his base isn't on it, so he's not visible through it.
Okay.
Yep, there you go.
I'm going to go up to 3, so I'm going to score 5. You said secondary is the right side?
That
That
side.
The
towards
left
the
side?
tables.
The right side.
The right side, yeah.
There you go. He's got it.
Cool.
And then you're pitching no prisoners,
I'm
right?
pitching no prisoners, yeah.
Cool. So go to my turn. Both of us get command point.
What do we get?
Command phase real quick. This is Sticky. Put that dice there. I will draw recover assets and extend battle lines. Easiest 5 points in the game. Let's go. Actually, that might not be the easiest 5 points in the game. That stupid spore mine.
That's, yeah, in fact, not true.
That
because
spore mine is, yep, that's going to cause issues. And that Norn Emissary being 15 OC on that center point.
Lions
that it?
spore.
That spore mine is big right there.
The spore mine's annoying, but all he has to do is hang out at 6.5 away from it and charge it. Now,
Yeah.
it's a very failable
Cover
charge,
should be easy.
but
3. They'll do it.
he just can't advance on it,
Okay.
which is really the annoying part for him, because Death Guard basically spend turn 1 just rolling dice to advance.
My favorite thing about it is rather than your opponent just being able to advance and get onto it, it makes them roll dice.
Move.
Yeah, exactly.
Certified.
It engages the dice game.
3-inch advance looks like to get on the objective. Yeah. Cool. So
All right, Morty is.
All right.
Let's look.
Oh,
I'm within 6 of the spore mine. Would you like to detonate it, sir?
different.
Cool. And it blows up if you aim within 3. You within 3?
I think.
You want to trigger it?
Yeah. Cool.
2 up.
By all means, hit me with a spore mine.
Spore mine explosion.
It just
Doesn't.
I'm so good.
Wait, you take that.
I'm so outstandingly good at this game. Typhus is going to advance now. 3. Oh,
All right, well, he's really quickly doing his turn here. We're going to review. Recover assets and extend battle lines is the draw, with a strong 5 on secondary coming out from the Tyranids, 15 to 10. Bottom of turn 1.
Yeah, I think we're going to see another easy 5. Well, he's just accomplished extend there, so
Right.
he's also going to get 5. And it's very likely recover.
That's fucked up.
Recover assets is the center.
So recover is doing an action in your home field,
3
but no
different
man's
areas.
land in your opponent's deployment zone. He's definitely not getting in his opponent's deployment zone, but very easily in the no man's and his home field. So expecting that to be a 3. And frankly, Bug's not known for their damage output.
Next to my phone.
Dude,
I haven't updated my
That's
app.
awesome. I wish I had.
You can set your
All right.
to not auto update, which is what I always do before events. In case.
Typhus and that smelly blob now onto that point. Of course, behind the building.
What am I looking for again? Oh, OC. He's OC 6.
I'm going to adjust this camera, actually.
This
Give me
is-
just a second.
Have at it.
Move all the way up here.
You'll want to do it
So
for
it's gonna
both
stop, like,
sides.
here and pivot instead. And it's going to pivot 2, go 2 up behind this wall. It's going to recover there. Actually, it's probably not smart. The drone will recover in my deployment zone. Mortarian.
Cool. The one on your
10.
home objective?
Yeah, he's going to walk
Just
up
so you know,
here.
I noticed last turn, there is a lane right here to see the one where you have it right now.
It's sticky. So it's really-
I mean, if you're on that piece of terrain right there, I can see you. You'd have to, like, you can come see it. There's just a lane straight through the board.
All right, we'll just go there then.
Yeah, you're good. As long as you're off.
It's still top-down view.
There's still no way
There's
you
just
can-
huge lanes on this map. Like, it just goes all the way down.
We'll have him recover in deployment zone. That might be. Or you will recover in no man's land.
Is he out where he is right there?
He should be.
At 22. He's halfway.
He moves 10, so if I need to shuffle him around, I'll shuffle him.
Yeah, you're Gucci.
Okay. Death Shroud are going to advance these. 5, let's go. We moved 9. This army sucks. Go. Move faster. It's like trying to watch like a gym, like a high schooler run the mile when you know he's not going to do it in the time. That's what playing Death Guard is like. And then the gym class ends and you magically won the game by 5 points. You moved. You're technically recovering is in the shooting phase. That's mine. We've got 5 there.
No, you're good. Just
That lictor is going to kill me. It's going to be
Roll.
annoying.
tell me where it's happening. I believe you.
Typhus can't look at anything. This drone needs to go 4 to clear. And that means it moves an extra 6, and we're going to advance it because it's not charging. 1, you fail me. You die now. 7.
I'm sorry, Chad. I put you in a corner.
You want to shoot this? I don't care.
Babies were, in fact, put in corners.
I think this drone's just going to move up where it was.
Boop.
That's all I can really do. I don't have an indirect. Typhus can't look at anything. Everything moved. Cool.
This angle is better.
Inches.
It is a lot better.
Just real quick.
Look, I can see Typhus.
I
can see Typhus from here.
10 gargoyles.
I can see my house.
Let's double check.
I can see my house.
Mine is right here from your rhino. I think you're right. I don't know, dude. I think there's a big hole right there.
So he was
to be honest,
behind
though,
here.
because of the wings and stuff, and they are on 32s, like the flying bases are 32s, it'd be really hard, and I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
So don't worry about it.
Cool. So that's really it, though. I got 5 for extend. Recover's ongoing as this drone's doing it. Mortarian's doing it. And if you somehow kill Mortarian turn 2, I think there's
he is
another
good,
issue.
dude. I'm not coming for that, dude.
The T-Fex can't see him, so...
Morty usually wearing a giant shoot me sign on purpose.
He's like able to be shot, right? Just to
I
be clear.
can't get him any closer.
Okay. Just making sure you know.
Typhus is on that objective, right? I needed to pop the Spore Mine to advance.
I mean, did he move far enough to get there?
I'm sorry?
He had the movement to get there, right?
He needed to advance. So the Rhino had to pop it.
Goodies?
Yeah, I just mean like physically he could get there, right? So
I'm okay with
as long
that.
as you have the movement to get there. I
Maliceptor
believe you.
18-inch range, right?
He moved 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maliceptor's 18-inch range?
Sorry?
Maliceptor's 18-inch range?
Yeah, Mallies are 18,
You have
the
a
Exos
soul.
are 36.
I can cloud.
Grand Effect's 48, I want to say.
They'll be fine. Certified. Yeah, so 5 for extend.
Yep, 5 for extend.
Recover's ongoing. Pass to you.
Yes.
Both of us get another command point. Go ahead, draw your secondaries.
Yeah, I think the interesting question now is going to be how aggressive the Tyranids get.
You hold your home in 2, so.
Home in 2, so 13. Well, secondaries for the turn. Secure and bring it down. Okie dokie.
Excellent job on secure, sir.
And I'm at
Outstanding
4.
maneuver.
You're at 3. Secure. Done. You love to see it. Bring it down. Try to kill a blow drone. Try to kill a rhino, get 4. I don't hate that. Take off some movement out of there.
Entering into the thinking phase.
It's nothing within 12 of the Neurolictor.
Start of the battle
Giving
round.
out synapse. From the
Morty will
Tyrant.
go. Do you have any way to ignore cover?
The Pyrovores strip cover if they.
All right, looks like he is going to keep secure no man's land and bring it down.
Aura of cover.
With a 13 on primary. Top turn 2. The draw is secure no man's land, bring it down 28 to 15. Favor of the Tyranids.
Covered everything next, so he should be able to.
Yeah, he's definitely got cover over there. Like, he's a rhino. He's a bit behind the ruin. I doubt the Pyro would be able to get around enough unless I roll pretty hot to be able to shoot that. So
Morty moved into the center building. Do you think this is go turn then?
He's not even going to bother with Morty.
let's see. 18. Yeah.
I would be shocked if the Tyranid player commits anything to Morty at all this turn. He's going to try and pick up that bloat drone. He's going to try and pick up the Rhino. He's going to start reducing Death Guard assets. He is not going to try and tangle with a Primarch in a building that can't really be shot from 2 different angles.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes fair sense. Especially since that Primarch.
Lictor in 18.
Oh, he heals in the new book. Does he heal in the...
He heals in the new book. He doesn't heal in the old book, but he is still a 2-up, 2-up armor, 4-up invul, and 5-up feel no pain with 16 wounds at T12. So you can commit your entire army to him, and he might just walk it off.
Unless you're T-Suns. I've seen T-Suns kill Morty outright in one phase.
Yeah, best way to kill him is mortal wounds, but you still have to do essentially 24, on odds, 24 wounds to confirm damage to kill him just because of feel no pains.
Where is the line to that drone? Right there.
Yep, bring it down. You called it right. He's looking at that little fetid bloat drone over in this corner here. Taking a little look-see.
Yeah, and the Rhino that he put on the objective, it was smart because he needed to pop the drone to put Typhus on the unit, or Typhus on the objective, but...
Maybe
somebody has a laser.
Can we see through the sheet, maybe?
Look at that. No, you got it.
Nice.
I think.
We might be able to see better when I move the Mally as well. Yeah, this one's pretty good.
Smack it if you need to.
He's got it.
Dude, it looks like it to me.
Yeah, I didn't assume you could do that.
Nice. Appreciate it.
It's clapper activated. I think you have that line.
Yeah, I think so. Is it look good to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Exo can shoot him where he's posted up right now.
Yep.
Tyranno would have to rotate that way to shoot there. I kind of want the Tyranno to go here.
Yeah, that blow drone likely not long for this world with the amount of guns looking at it, but I'll be honest. 5-up demon saves. Sometimes just don't die.
And then the line, I do have to.
That is one of the things about invulnerable saves. The capacity to scam is immense.
The crossover.
And that is kind of the intrinsic strength of this particular army in this matchup is they're basically putting as much
5-up, T9, 10.
4-up invuln on the table as they can.
Yes.
And high toughness with decent saves.
1 CP minus 1.
And you're talking about the Death Guard, correct?
Death Guard in this
Yes.
instance.
Yeah.
Tyranids, in fact, do not have a lot of invulns.
I was going to say, I can only think of like
the
a
Norn,
handful
the
of
Norn
characters.
does.
The Norn does? Okay.
The Norn does. The Malceptors do. The Hive Tyrant does.
Yep.
And then that's basically it.
Like none of the little gribblies. There are some characters that were missing.
Neurolictor does, but that's and the Neuro Tyrant, but he's basically not a real model. He hangs out in the backfield all day.
Yep.
They can't advance and charge, right?
No.
Okay.
So they're fat and annoying, and I hate
Max
them.
charge range is 16. And then remind me of their offensive output again.
4 attacks apiece at 8/2/2 lethal hits, and I can give them sus for an AP. I can give them extra AP for a CP. I think I said for AP the first time. Yeah. And then if I'm on an infected objective marker I control, AP2 instead, and sus 2 instead.
And they're AP1 base.
AP2 base.
AP2
but I
base,
can get them to AP4.
And 4 attacks each.
And you also get
lethals.
-1 save, so it's really AP5.
Are they OC1 or 2?
1. They're not good.
Right on.
I don't like them.
I mean, they are good.
They're like Deathwing Knights if I squint hard enough.
I don't know how
and
good
that's
they
why
are
they're
to a Norn emissary.
I was going to say there's going to be a lot of likening to Deathwing Knights for Death Shroud Terminators.
I just don't like them.
Oh, Christ.
Are you okay? Is your Malleus?
Both Chaos armies.
All right, 18 inches.
Indeed.
Here. All right, we just toe in there.
One's just look. You really just got to love yourself.
Your max range. 16 inches on
Death Guard too.
He's left.
Dark Angels need to learn to love
I'll
themselves.
stay out of that. Okay, so I could toe up with the Exo, stay out of the
Death
max
Guard
charge range.
is everybody's friend. Yep.
Probably what we'll
Papa Nurgle just wants to be your homie.
do.
Papa Nurgle just wants you to live forever.
Move up.
That's like such a good friend.
Just within that. Be able to see down the line there. You can go here, honestly. Stay out of
Danger hugs is exactly right.
Danger hugs.
And then the Maui. 18 there. They'll just kind of swing to right there. Should be good.
Oh, that's a good shot. Look at that Maliceptor floating there.
There's not a care in the world.
Back up.
The side view really gives it to you.
Harvey Squidman over there.
Nice. Cool. He's just turned into 18. Back over here.
I believe what I've learned throughout the entire event of this weekend is I need a third one of these little expensive tiny camera things.
Boy.
I think so.
They're pretty awesome.
Okay.
Having one mounted
Eight
in
feet away from that, so
that
I need a 10
pole
start
position up
credit
there
picture
is
here, so that's probably not
very nice.
Okay. You got to move around the wall that way. Alrighty. Maybe come back to that lictor in a minute. Here, there. I'm gonna advance this neurolictor right here.
Okay.
6. He's gonna come hang out right behind the emissary.
I have to say, so far, some really good advance
That's
rolls
just the token that gives him synapse.
coming from the Tyranids player.
And those bugs
I'm a little concerned about what that means for the rest of his rolls for the rest of the game.
He is burning through his good rolling.
How much do I care
The
about?
goodwill of the dice gods, he's using it early.
And it's not on the footprint, so make sure you have an angle.
Although, as they say, movement wins games. So,
Okay. And be past this.
thank you, Morty and Glory.
Just trying to check where the actual distance is. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. If I get there, how close am I to you? Looks like probably a 12. Something like that. 13. Okay. So you'd have a 9-inch charge into me if I land right here. And Morty moves 10, right?
10.
Okay. he's got to go around. So this charge would take him a little bit.
It should be easy to go straight this way and then...
Yeah, I'm thinking what I could do is just place a Spore Mine right here, to be honest, and then he's just not going to be able to end anywhere closer to me like he wants to.
He's right. Mortarian's charge would be a journey.
This round. Cool. I'm going to advance this Pyro Ball right here first.
Okay.
Or 1. Okay, that guy ain't going anywhere.
I do have to say I'm a little bit disappointed with what they did in Fly in this game. I understand they wanted to restrict movement a little bit more, but the old Fly was so good.
Old Fly was too good, though. Like, I know why they did it. It's a bummer for flying models. It's really the flying monsters that suffer. Like, flying infantry, nothing's changed. But, well, a little's changed with charges, but
we'll be all right.
I know why they did it. And frankly, I'm not upset that Morty can't just fly over that middle wall.
That is very true, yeah. Especially why, that might be one of the reasons why you made these center ruins so tall as well. You quite literally, I don't think there's a model in the game, even with advancing, that can get up and down over those walls.
I'm sure there's some Eldar bullshit that could do it.
I'm sorry, I forgot Eldar existed.
Yeah, actually, they immediately Shining Spears, which just ignore the wall. Because they have old Fly rules explicitly.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's something else could
movement for my Tyrannofex.
do a line and throw an advance.
Like, as long as you don't roll in advance and say, oh, well, this thing now needs to move, it doesn't really matter.
Appreciate it. Okay. I think I can go a little bit farther than what I actually moved. Now, the front of my base. Yeah.
Nice to see some generally sporting attitudes from both opponents.
As you did before,
yeah.
Then it's on your clock, so I appreciate it. It does not matter to me.
Okay. So I'm only going to get one monster up there to shoot that Rhino, which means I'm not super likely to kill it unless it's the Tyranno. So maybe I'm just not really worried about it. What I would like to do is I'm going to move the Tyranno backwards a little bit. 8 inches enough. Yeah. Cool. He's going to go straight backwards to here and tow his tail to see the Death Shroud.
Ooh, sneakiness with the Tyrannofex tail.
Do we care about the Mally being up there? -1 aura.
Good way to try and chip off some damage on the Death Shroud unit. Amusingly, best case scenario, he kills 2 models.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put the Mally on that spot to be able to shoot the Rhino.
Those models also D6 plus 6 damage, as you were saying earlier, and so one failed save is
just a
no matter what the roll is, a dead Terminator.
Yeah, the advantage he has going here is he's got a lot of CP. He very likely might just use the Death Guard smoke equivalent on that unit and make them be hit on a 4+ because they did move. There's not an exocrine that can see them, so
sorry, I forgot the drone
there's some
already in line of sight.
shenanigans there.
Maybe I already rolled the advance. It's okay. All right. Yeah, so we'll leave him right there. I'm going to advance those Hormigons.
He's probably popping the Death Guard smoke in the shooting phase, but I'll be curious to see where it ends up.
The Hormigon's special ability, or data sheet ability, special ability, is advance and charge. Just baked in, right?
Yeah, they just advance and charge. In this game, they're probably going to be used more as a deep strike screen, to be honest with you.
They have big sides.
Fair point.
Real shit.
And that is exactly what he's doing.
Sorcerer with them. I don't count psychers as real people. I don't know if that's a take I'm allowed to have.
No, that's
at least chaos psychers.
I absolutely have. I agree with that.
You have 2 Mouse Scepters.
He does have Dark Angels Librarians in his list. I don't know how he feels about it.
Yep. That also has a brain.
I don't respect the space.
I feel like that's most of your army actually is psychers.
I was just about to make a Dark Angels comment about that. I'm glad you beat me to it.
I don't think they're doing anything, man. Let me shuffle them up a little bit, I guess. Oh, and the Slictor.
Yeah, Hormigons here are honestly dead weight because they die immediately to Terminators. The Death Shroud have 7 anti-infantry flamers.
Up to here.
Because the Plague Spur gauntlets.
Yep. And they're good because they're anti-infantry 2 up, right?
They're anti-infantry 3 up.
3 up.
Which is anything. But amusingly, because they'll be AP 1 if they're in range with Contagion usually. unless he's banging a 12-inch charge. And then the Hormagaunts charging in will not be able to actually hurt the Death Shroud even slightly and die for their sins.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to change the subject on you, but did you see this man pick up that grouping of gargoyles?
I did. It's the appropriate amount of respect to have for Tyranid models.
When they die, you just pick them up by the fistful and just ram them into the box, basically.
I can always tell who the real Tyranid players are at a tournament because the poser Tyranid players have like beautiful Magna racks and everything is just pretty and like in a nice neat order. The diehard Tyranid players are just picking up gaunts by the fistful and just gently squeezing every time they die.
By the time they're done, they will have mushed that plastic into a paste for the hive mind.
Go ahead. I bumped
So long as he can see, you're good. You're good. So long as he can see that blow drone, that's the main thing. He was just towed over the wall just enough to see the blow drone, basically. And he was outside of that charge range, which still looks like he is, so it should be fine. Yeah, we're good.
So 9 from you is right here, which is like 11 from you.
Exocrine poking its nose around that building to draw line of sight on that single bloat drone. That bloat drone now has so many guns pointed at it.
I think I called that shot earlier. It's not long for this world, and unless he rolls a lot of demon saves, it's not long for this world.
Now, I will say he did move the Tyrannifex on the left side of the screen.
Had me tripping.
And so he chose, rather than to line up on the bloat drone, which actually he probably still has lines of sight there.
It actually can. So the advantage here is it can actually see both bloat drones.
Yep. Can't see this one here, but can see the Terminator. So he's got the top center bloat drone and the Terminators that are under Mortarian's wing right there.
I meant both in the context of the bloat drone and the Death Shroud.
I got it.
Not to be confused with that very hard to see bloat drone behind it, 2 tall boxes.
I'm going to use it over here.
For those of you that haven't played on WTC terrain, those boxes are actually very tall.
Lethal hits, Synaptic Imperative as well.
All right, lethal hit, Synaptic Imperative for free from the Hive Tyrant.
Sustained. It's not infantry, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't get the sus.
Yeah.
I get 1 lethal. Got 2. And then you're T9, so 4s.
This is this Exocrine here poking around the building into that bloat drone.
3, you are getting cover.
Oh, it's one of them, sorry.
He is giga dead.
Does he explode?
Well, that bloat drone died to 1 Exocrine.
All right.
Bring it down.
Well.
Sweet. Let's go over here. The Mali and
we still like redundancy.
Okay. D6 plus 3.
I will fucking smoke that. You're good.
Yeah, go for it.
That I would like to live.
You got it.
Mali the Maliceptor into something.
7 shots.
Is it the Rhino?
Yeah, he popped smoke on the Rhino.
Screen. It doesn't matter. It's the same stratagem.
Cool. I mean, you could use the core strat or the... You're already getting covered.
It's the same thing.
He is in the lethal aura from the Hive Tyrant right now. You get 1 lethal, all hits. Oh no, you're -1, right? Drop 1.
And then Rhino's your T9.
T9, yep. So 3's here. All right, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at AP2 getting covered.
Down to 1, so 4s. I make 3 out of 5, so I take 6 damage, right?
6 damage, yes, sir.
11 minus 6, 5 wounds. I don't.
It's 10 minus 6, but close enough.
The Exo cannot see him. I think the last thing to shoot here is the Tyrannifex into the Death Shroud.
Okay.
There's 2 shots hitting on 3s here.
All right, let's see if we can get a token Death Shroud for our troubles.
Yep, so it's going to be 3s and 17s. Cool, 1 on your Emperor.
He does make it.
Awesome.
Did he just say the Emperor protects?
If there's any more guns here.
Look, I believe this man is living with the delusion that these are just super dark angels. I think Mortarian is what he believes the lion should be like in terms of like profile and everything.
Here and 2 on bring it down.
I'll get my 3 for recover. That passes. Go to my turn. I hold my home. That one becomes sticky. Rhino, the most important rule in the game, gets a wound. Let's go.
Sick. I'm at 5 CP.
Actually, I guess that is kind of important.
To me, that's always been a judge of whether or not you know a player knows their army when they can remember to regain their wounds on the Rhinos.
Oh, that's turn 1.
It is amusing.
Good.
I'll let him draw secondaries.
This is a big deal. Being able to touch that behind there. We'll see how he tries to deal with it right now, but I think that actually puts me in a better position than we
focus
projected.
and containment. Cool. The Rhino's for. Shout out Rhino, not needing to take a battle.
Let me see how this turn develops, what he does on 2, and I'll get back to you.
Let's see here. What are we doing?
Team coach walking around, checking how the status of all these games are.
As they're intended. Okay.
Actually, to be polite, I tried to cut John's feed there for a second. I realized I cut Travis's feed. So next time the coach walks around, it's in this kind of environment where
right there.
folks can have help. It's usually better to cut when coaches wander around.
R.I.P., dude.
So.
And we're gonna move it back.
No one saw anything.
No one saw anything.
Typhus's unit that's gonna contain. We should do it.
So if you ever wonder why that happens on the big leagues, that's why.
So 9.
Mistakes.
Yeah, they'll contain. I don't know what they're doing. We'll get there.
The Rhinos containing, or they are?
The Rhino.
Sweet.
All right, he's doing his moving phase.
Typhus is just gonna advance.
Got it.
His favorite thing.
While he moves Typhus, we're going to go ahead and review this. Establish locus and containment is the draw for the Death Guard.
We go.
At the bottom of turn 2, with an 8 on primary, score is 26-35. Still currently favor the Tyranids.
So at the end of the game, he's just going to be in front of them if he hasn't charged. Like an inch, and they're just going to trail. Try and put. Lictors are only OC1, right?
What's that?
Lictors are only OC1?
Yeah, just OC1.
Oh, that's a blob of dudes right there.
Tape measure. This is my tape measure. Okay.
Sheesh.
Don't dead open inside.
Yeah, that's crazy. I guess I should have thought about that before I picked the layout, but that is insane. The ability to just go, here's 15 OC.
Yeah,
you cannot interact
I feel like
with.
that's a hard one to predict, I guess.
Yeah, this Norn Emissary, center of the screen there, just being able to tow onto that objective without going to the other side of the building. Interesting. Interesting dynamic for sure.
Yeah, that is it is an interesting one. I do think
reliable.
I do think he might at some point send Morty around the corner and try to muck it up. Morty's not a known melee threat is the problem. He's very inconsistent, especially in index version where he's flat damage on the strike.
Established.
And he has, statistically, he is unlikely to kill a Rhino in single combat, so he's not getting through a Norn unassisted. All right, folks, I'm going to go on a bit of a wander phase and go look through the other games going on, and we'll have an early action report.
They're going to
Awesome. See you in a few.
Just to make sure that I can get them all where I want them to. One, okay, so maybe they won't actually. I lied. Also, I get a command point. You also get a...
Terminators also might be a good way to deal with that Norn, being that they can move through the buildings.
Play nice.
Staging them up.
Hive Tyrant's Aura is 6 to be assault.
Say that again?
Hive Tyrant's Aura is 6 to be assault, right?
6 inches, yeah.
So if you really want to come get them, then you have to work for it. Or this guy's just going to go here. He's going to contain for the other 6.
Mark you off for that.
These gargoyles, they have assault, right?
They do, yeah.
So
they
they
move 12
base.
Yeah, they can move up to 18, shoot, move 6.
6.
So you move up to 24 in a turn.
Yeah, and by the way,
Fast boys.
They move 24, guys.
Hey, man, listen.
I believe gargoyles are also OC2, making them useful for that shenanigans.
It is stupid.
Yeah,
it's really
gross.
impressive.
It is expensive. It's 85
anger-inducing
points.
stupid.
You look
it's just
at it
like,
and it evaporates, but it does steal some points sometimes.
it's not like anger-inducing dumb like some things are in the game. It's just like, all right.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
really
Warp
hard to
Spider.
screen out, man.
The Death Strider are gonna establish locus.
Yep, that makes sense. 2 in the middle.
And then
You got 1.
Morty's just gonna go like this, so he can't be seen.
Morting hopping off of that placard.
To shoot him. Not much I can do about that, but he can't be seen through this angle. And this drone will move up just so... Actually, I can't do that, because then the gargoyles show up over here. We're going to get out one of those guys. He's going to advance. So there's 2 of them. 6 plus 8, plus 3 from getting out the boat. So he's going to move right to here. Just say, no gargoyles in my ass. Thank you.
No one likes gargoyles in the ass, damn it.
And then can't shoot anything because you're in cover. I can't charge anything.
I believe Tyranids still have a single power var as well as gargoyles in reserve.
Yeah, I can't see anything, and I move 4, so we're still slugging it up the board.
Yeah.
That's the end of my turn. I will score 2 for establish, 6 on contain, and send it over to you.
Marked.
All right, passing it over. Another passive turn.
I'll see it right here, too. 35-34 right now. It's very tight. Yep.
Cool. And then go to your turn. You're going to get another 13.
That was just your end of your movement. Do I want to ingress still at the end of your movement at all? Go ahead and clock it to me. Let me think for a second. I thought you were going to miss it, and I really thought I was going to have all.
No,
I was like, he better not mess that up. That's going to be really bad.
I've gotten that stolen from me way too many times.
Yeah. To be fair, ingressing right now, I can't show up like here. I need to come here anyways because I'd be in your DZ. So.
Well, then you just move, shoot, and move on to that.
I can't show up in your DZ right now, though.
You have deep strike, right?
Yeah.
Then why can't you?
Oh, right.
It's only strat reserves on the side of the board.
Never mind. Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah, my 10 cultists, my 20 cultists that are in the void.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
Do I
think
have
I'm
extra poxwalkers? Hold on. Go ahead and do your stuff.
Yeah, let's go over to turn 3. I am going to get another 13 on primary.
Ooh, racking up the points.
I don't. All right.
And then I'm going to be at 6 CP.
Then I go up 1 as well on your turn.
Cards. I get defend and mark for death. You don't even need to tell me what mark for death is. We're going to pitch that.
Oh, okay.
So I'll go down to 5.
All right. Defend, stronghold, mark for death, or marked for death. Discards it.
Engage. Okay.
Engage on all fronts is what is replacing mark for death.
The Lictor's very close to having it on this side right now.
There you guys go.
Not quite.
With a 13 on primary, current score just updating 48-34.
Do you have one of those little widgets by chance?
Both players holding fistfuls of CP at this point.
I got all my dice and all my measuring widgets and left them in my car in Portland. Oh, here we go. Can I borrow this?
Also, real quick, start of battle round. I think we're just going to go reroll 1s to wound. We just need a damage check next turn, I think. So that's what we're going to do.
And I've got my command phase buffs to do. I'm just trying to check where I'm going to get my points right now.
That's start of battle round, so technically it supersedes anything.
Let's see. He's right here, right now. 30. Inch outside Typhus. Yeah, okay, cool.
All right, let's take a quick look.
Able to just move up and get engaged.
See if our Death Watch player has sneezed yet.
And I think that Lictor should be able to do it on that side. I'll get the full engage there. Be getting defend. Not getting the highest scoring secondaries right now, but at least I'm getting the points. Cool. All right, command phase. We're going to give them synapse again. We're going to give him synapse over here.
Okay.
Should be well within 18. Yeah.
Looks like no one's fully committed yet. Yeah, okay. Still playing cagey.
Synapse there, synapse there. Other command phase things. Why do I feel like I'm missing something right now? I'm not, right? No. Okay, cool. Man, I think we're just chilling right now. Big chilling. And I'm sorry, which order did you say you took with him?
Reroll 1s to wound.
Reroll 1s to wound, gotcha.
It's cover, reroll 1s to wound, and the other one that I'm forgetting, the extend contagion one.
Okay, gotcha. And it's round 3 now, so you're at 9.
So 9, yeah.
Yeah. Cool, cool, cool.
And keep in mind, it's also from the objective marker that's sticky.
Yes, yes.
Big pockets of stink.
You got your Rhino back here still.
Top of turn 3 is the maximum range without assistance of some sort of stratagem or rule for the Death Guard stink zones.
Turn 3. You're good.
You grab me a water cup?
Okay. Let's check for something very cheeky.
I mean, you're playing bugs. I'd be offended if you weren't.
Oh, my God.
At least I'm not the only one.
Man is down. Is this within 24 of this gargoyle?
It shouldn't be, as I checked that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is just out, it looks like.
Yep.
Just by a hair? Okay, cool. 6-inch advance, get there, take it. Hog? No. Ain't happening. Alrighty. Wow. Oh my god.
Yeah, because if that was possible, he just goes here, so at least I have OC3, you're OC2.
Yeah. Fair enough. I didn't hear you check that, but that makes sense to me. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to shift a couple gargs up further.
Okay.
So that you can't do that next turn. Does that make sense? If I roll like
What's up, Bonsai? Welcome in.
And just do my best to not be in this line for that bloat drone.
How's your Sunday afternoon going?
What am I saying? I can just move up into this motherfucker. What am I doing? And we want to stay 16 off these death shrouds still.
16 off the death shroud terminators mean they can't move and then get a 12-inch charge.
There.
Pre-measuring for safety.
Good. Okie dokie. We can both see you here. It's back. Also Morty. Make sure. I'm going to advance those Hormagaunts real quick. And they don't need an advance suit I'm doing, but why not?
Got it, too, for what it's worth.
Perfect.
You
I just
like
want to
12,
close up
right?
this hole, make sure there's nothing over here. Actually, I think we're so good. Yeah, you don't have like a single sork. It's just the death shroud with the guy, right?
Yep.
I don't know. Just for extra
Like
safety
Marines in the
thing.
boat, that thing died. You shot
Just
that
to
thing
be
pretty
extra
good.
safe, yeah. There's certainly no gap now. All right.
Hormagaun's closing that corner for deep strikes or strategic reserves.
Mr. Maliceptor wants to. Oh, I'm sorry. I did forget something in the command phase. Do you mind? This guy.
Oh,
I
about
would
the
like
battle
to,
shock
yeah,
test?
can I just make you take a battle shock on the dash
At a
shot,
minus
please?
one?
No, it's not on a -1. Just a normal battle shock. Sorry?
I can synapse with that guy?
Yeah, I'm going to double check it. That's what I was about to check right now. You need to be within 12.
Let me see if it matters.
Yeah, does it matter?
I rolled an 8, so even in a
It
minus
doesn't
2, I'm
matter.
fine.
You're not at a minus.
Okay.
This isn't Shadows in the War. This is just the Neurolictor picks something within 12 in my command phase and forces a battle shock test. Yeah. There's no minus to it. Oh, fuck. Come on, buddy. Alrighty. Cool.
Good old tucking of the Norn once
To
again.
be able to shoot this guy. Where's 18? A little bit closer. Stay still. Should be fine. I'm gonna rotate the exo just a little bit here. Oh, thanks, dude. Thank you. Rotate that exo a little bit, peeking out to see the blight drone. The Mally's gonna step up and tow within 18 of the blight drone.
Wally or Bonsai, if you guys are still here, how does the music sound versus the
A
players?
little bit there.
Good levels?
Alrighty, dude. Oh, and then like we discussed, this Lictor's gonna move up, get the engage in this corner.
Okay.
And then over there. Where is engage on this side?
Same thing, right past that building.
Yeah, I need to get outside of here. Do I take the small engage? Do I go for it? It's 2d6?
2d6.
At 611?
Anti-infantry, like 2 up, though.
Oh, anti-infantry 2 up, that's right. 611. Average of 7.
Maybe 6-2-1, because if you step within there, you're going to be within 9 if
Overall
sure,
grade.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's not great.
I mean, I'd like
The
it.
players are quieter because I had to reduce the gain so that we weren't swimming in background noise. Very loud in here right now.
Also, I know both players
You know what I
have
can
lost their
probably do
voice
here?
and are not trying to
Is
enunciate.
place a spore mine 9 inches away. Like here-ish.
And then make sure it's not away from
Yeah, I'll have to check. You mind measuring from them real quick for me? We'll cross-check this. So 9 is there. Oh, that's within 9 for sure, right? Yeah, okay. Let's see.
Also, just as a reminder, it's turn 3, so those have to come in.
I think I got a hole right there. Check from that guy?
Yeah, you for a spore mine, absolutely.
Yeah, for spore mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can put a spore mine here and get engaged in that corner. for
Yeah, I
all the
can't
points.
stop the 25 mil base from showing
Yeah.
up. I can stop those 10 guys.
Pretty hard to screen out for sure.
Good. Thank you for checking,
Okay,
Wally.
I'm gonna
Thank you,
advance
thank you.
Pyro real quick.
Yeah. Who up advancing the pyro?
One.
So I have some intel from the other tables while they're doing movement phase and mapping things out.
What do you got?
So
what do you
they,
want?
Rose City,
I guess-
talked to the Rose City
I guess
coach.
over here,
They'd gone into
Oswald?
this round with expecting the Tyranids Death Guard matchup to be pretty
I can't see the
dry.
guy on the
I think at this point,
let's check.
I don't think the Death Guard are going to have a great answer for the Norn in the middle. And they didn't deploy to have an answer for the Norn in the middle. So I think that it's going to start scooting away in favor of the Tyranids. So probably a couple points
I
positive for
guess
them.
he's chilling as
I could
well.
absolutely see that.
Yeah, the Chaos Knights into Orcs, they were looking for. They have that. Orcs into Chaos Knights, they have a very hard green. So
12,
expecting
40.
Orcs to kind of run over Chaos
6
Knights.
get me there. Oh, shit.
I'm
Well,
pretty
I
sure for
suspect I
DSG they thought that it's the other way around.
Yeah.
So we'll be
I'm not.
curious to see who's right and who's wrong in
Ooh.
that information battle. They have Emperor's Children into Custodes is probably in favor of Emperor's Children.
Just kinda do a
It's
little
also
bit of move blocking on
Nicholas
the
Olsen Johnson,
fight where
very
he's trying to
talented
go
player.
forward.
Guard into Votan is going to go
Mally here.
very, very in favor of Guard at the
can back
moment.
up.
They've done
He's gonna
some
be with an 18
awful
40,
things to
so he's going
Votan
to.
bikes already.
Oh, no.
And the Pick a Grudgeman character is already dead.
That was the.
He can.
And then Deathwatch is winning, I can tell you that.
And the trans-
They can?
One of those.
How?
In the Death Watch game, I can guarantee you Death Watch is going to win.
You can
I can tell you that the DSG Death
There's
Reich
just- he's just
did
hanging way
go
over this
second,
screen right now.
which is huge in an uppy-downy shooting face-off.
Yep.
put him there
Amusingly,
for the idea
point
that
of
he
trivia,
can't get
Rose
shot.
City went first on every table.
Indicate that to me because he
Does he
absolutely
need to move back?
Now that's interesting.
Yeah, so that's
He can
that's
definitely-
naturally a little bit of a primary swing, but we'll see what happens.
Then I can't get shot there.
Yeah,
That
a
was
little
the-
more than that, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
if that was your intention,
Yeah, I don't-
Just
he
make
can't
sure,
shoot.
make sure the next 2 turns to communicate that to me.
Yeah,
because I just
said that on
dictated
my
how I
turn.
move this
Yeah,
whole side of the
If you
board,
want to change
so-
up this, go ahead. Just,
Okay.
I can't avoid this. I said that, but those I'd like to avoid from the easy.
Okay, okay.
I will note he did say that. He did say Morty, so he can't be
I
shot.
said that, but I might be going.
Maybe you did. Maybe I missed it. No worries.
It's all good. Good resolution from the players. Again, working with your opponent, not necessarily against your opponent.
Couldn't charge. His only goal is to not get shot by anything but the T-Fex.
Okay, what I'm going to do then is I'll advance this extra right here. Okay, he's going 1. So he goes 9. That should be enough.
Are those cultists? Dude, it's round 3.
Did Tim go get cultists?
Oh my gosh. This man's gun is blocking me.
We did have some. We had a last-minute character witness of 20
Did
cultists.
I really just need to rotate this Tyrannifex before this to see you? Fuck me, dude.
Good guy, Tim. Running off, grabbing cultists for our
Oh,
boy.
here's what we'll do. We'll just spend the pivot and turn around. There we go. Now we're thinking with pivots, dude.
Now, these players don't allow those to be onto the field, even though it's the bottom, or it's the top of turn 3.
Tyranid needs to get over here.
He's going to
now.
play down, but next round he'll get them,
But
right?
shoot.
No, they talked about it before the game. If their models are present, they're in strategic reserve, and they'll either die in the air, or if he has them, they can deploy them.
Interesting.
It's
Okay.
turn
I
3.
think the Mally is
Yeah.
going to chill on the objective and physically body block it in case you were going to try to come take it.
Here they are.
Alrighty, dude. Would you like to ingress anywhere?
I
Fresh
definitely
cultists.
would. Go ahead and click it over to me. The question is where? Is that, I mean, is there any one good spot? It's 9 from you, right here. And that's just, we're going to get shot from there. I mean, honestly. Nine from you is right here.
Oh, for sure, Wally. They're absolutely arguing over semantics right about now. The Death Watch
Oh,
versus
I
Death
need to
Watch.
walk something in off
Someone
scrap.
on that Death Watch
Oh,
table is
yeah,
arguing
yeah,
over the
yeah,
semantics of
right.
who's the good guy and who's the bad guy.
Pyrivore, actually?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh,
He's just going to come
did
over
Sneed pull the trigger? See, this is the issue. Death Watch is on the center. Can you tell me which one it is?
Turn 3.
I can ingress.
I'm going to show you a picture. I wandered
I thought
over and
they
took a
changed
picture of their
Do you not
table,
do that anymore?
No.
and I'll ask you the same
I have to
question.
come in by the end of 3.
Okay.
Can you tell me who's?
Now I need to
Can you tell me who's who?
And that's all.
Okay. I thought they changed. I mean, I could be going insane.
You can't.
I wouldn't doubt it.
No.
The basing is slightly different, but it's impossible at a distance.
These two models belong to this gentleman.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can't tell anything at
You
all.
only have 8.
You're actually incorrect. Those are that Sneed's deployment zone is that bottom, like the bottom left tipping point, and those are all his models.
Awesome. So that just goes to prove the answer is no. No, not even a little bit.
-1 to wound. I can get -1 to hits.
You think Sneed or both those players are overly excited to play this mirror matchup?
It's actually pretty funny. So Deep Strike Gang and Rose City played at the Wet Coast Warbands maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And the last time we did 5-man pairings, these two players also played last time. They were playing, Alex Beatty was playing Deathwatch, and Sneed was playing Grey Knights, which still an uppy-downy shooting army. So it's just Electric Boogaloo.
Nice.
The second time.
So what you're saying is this has happened before.
This has happened before, and Sean has gotten him both times previously, so we'll see if third time's a charm.
Now, Sean, as you mentioned, did go second.
Which is very big for that matchup.
End of turn scoring, and all that shenanigans, getting to react to where your opponent is moving their uppy downies and stuff like that.
Also on linchpin, so backfield matters. So being able to be in control of your deployment zone is huge to influence.
Yeah, 6 attacks. Well, it'd be 10-2-3 because he's always in synapse. 6 attacks at 10-2-3, and then 4 attacks at 7-2-2.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Over.
Mortarion and Terminator still just chilling.
Right now, before I forget about it, like we talked about.
Oh, that building is.
All good.
And then over to you. That's cool. I spent 1 for rapid ingress.
Wait. Okie dokie. Did you make sure you were 9 away from my Norn when you did that?
I am 9 away from your Norn.
I don't think you are.
It's only the gray ones.
It's the gray ones.
These ones I had
Go
to
ahead
slog
and
up
check
the
it
board.
for me.
We traded tape measures. Should be exactly 9 away.
Okay. Well, I'm on the objective.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, you probably got bumped. That's probably what happened. There you go. Cool. Here's your tape measure.
Appreciate it. Where is the wall here? You mind putting that over there? Oh, there we go. It's on, right?
Good.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Replace
Oh,
the
no.
line. Let's start over here with some shooting.
Oh, nope. I take it back. I was going to say we didn't get the cards for Death Guard, but I take it back. He rapid ingressed.
Okay. Yeah.
Correct, yeah. This was a bonus movement
So,
phase.
I will go ahead and use my free CP for the turn from the Hive Tyrant and give the Exo lethals.
We're going to give Morty -1 to hit.
Awesome. Sounds good. Do I have anything else I might want to use right now? I don't think so. This detachment doesn't really have much for offensive strats. I think it's basically the only one. Yeah, number 1, Adrenal Surge. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. So D6 plus 3 shots and a Morty.
Okay. Sorry.
Mortarion taking some heat. First from the Exocrine that moved into firing lanes.
4s here.
Yep.
Then probably after that from the Tyrannifex.
That was not it.
Both standing right next to each other. Exocrine poking behind that little crate there.
2 hits. Winning on 5s. Nothing. All right, we hit him at least. The Tyranno.
Yep.
Heavy.
He's
You're
still
-1.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s from the Exo. Naturally. All right.
Rerolling ones.
Let me go ahead and reroll this one with my reroll from the Exo.
Nice.
I'm going to CP this.
Okay.
Cool. 2 hits. Winning on 3s.
Yep.
1 wound.
4 roll. Fail damage.
D6 plus 6.
For 7. That's 5 dice. I actually take 5.
Cool.
So down to
Take
11.
Mally can't see him. It was just those 2.
I'll see at the end of this turn if he goes to update his CP. Otherwise, I'll go talk to him.
Over there, the Exo into the bloat drone.
Yep. See if he can go
plus
ban
3.
for ban. Oh, no.
Only
Not
4
this
this time.
He does have a lot of free strats
on
going, so
threes.
Right.
yeah.
But I did catch he changed the die, but he didn't change the score screen.
4.
4, excuse me, yeah. 4 wounds.
Not that it mattered.
Not matter.
Make 2 this time. So
Take 6, down to 4?
Yep.
Here is the Maliceptor into him. Only 4 as well. On 3s, you're rolling 1s.
Okay.
2, and then 3s. 1 more invul.
5 up. Chilling.
Unfortunate. Okay.
The first one absolutely obliterated.
I don't think I have any more guns. I placed the spore mine over there. We're defending, we're engaging. Anything else I'm missing? I don't think so. Yeah, that's me, dude.
Sweet.
I'll pass it over to you. I will score 4 on engage.
Everybody, we need to make some big charges, and if we don't do that, you're all fired. So go to my turn. I hold 2 for primary still. So I should get...
do I want to go ahead and block me? Do I want to go ahead and Shadows in the Warp now?
Oh.
I think this is
Well,
your
those are
go
both
turn.
Sticky. I'm going to score those either way, but go ahead and decide.
I'm sorry?
These are both sticky. I'm going to get them either way, but go ahead and decide.
Sure.
Yeah, Shadow normally being able to kneecap someone's primary
Yes, it's really
Death
just
Guard.
middle, and it's really
Just have
me.
sticky objectives. So.
You wouldn't get using any offensive.
It's army-wide,
strategy,
right? 'Cause
any
of the
security
detachment
roll
ability?
stuff On the death shroud
correct.
coming at me this turn, which is
But it
probably
will
the
impact
time
things
to
like
do
area
it.
denial, or there's a variety of things.
Go ahead and do it, man.
Cool.
-1, checks
First we
on
go
everybody,
this way.
please.
So 6 up on him, and he actually needs to make 2 because he's.
All right, I am. He's
So first one,
rolling a bunch of battle shocks, so I'm going to go check real quick.
I'm going to steal your dice.
Yeah, just put a 1 next to everybody.
Yeah, with just the blue one, so I know. Next drone on a 6, -1, Neuro Tyrant, he passes. That guy, he's chilling, but he's not very brave. Death Shroud numero 1, they fail. Death Shroud numero 2, they pass on us.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
So, Andrew's Death
So
Shroud.
that takes you off the middle. You
I
just,
wasn't on the
said
middle.
that was your front unit, the one that's holding that.
Yeah, I wasn't on the middle.
Oh, okay.
I counted A and B.
Okay, sure.
You know, one day
I
I'll
guess
be
it
able
doesn't
to.
matter. I'm holding that.
Yeah, you have
anyways.
that. I was not getting worried about holding the middle.
Okay, so this one got shocked. Did this one pass?
Yeah, they passed.
40?
Yep. He fails.
Okay.
And then the Rhino fails. Typhus's unit, they're brave of all things. The other Rhino passes on an 11.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Are the Plague Marines inside the Rhino battle shocked?
No, it's only things on the battlefield.
Okay.
They are not on the
I just
battlefield.
didn't know if the transport gets battle shocked. They're like, oh shit! I didn't know that
I don't
thing.
think
The
so.
driver looks
Double
back.
check. I don't-
Everyone panic.
This game has a lot of weird rules. It would not have put it past me. Okay. See,
He's
if I
more
was
wondering if a transport gets battle shocked, are the units inside? They're not, though. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if I was playing Deathwing, they all make him. That's all I'm saying. They have ignored fear.
You guys are watching. I went
Since
down
the
to 4.
beginning of
got
this
up to
game.
5, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Clock's on me, right? Yeah. Oh, what are my secondaries? That's a great question. Behind enemy lines and engage in all fronts.
He's got
I
it.
don't really give a fuck.
He's got
We're
it.
gonna go. Cool. Go for it. Here we go, boys. TM. Typhus can clear the wall clearly, barely. And then
All right, Typhus,
Oh, hell.
slowly but surely walking out.
Biased, to be honest. I'm gonna keep edging. I think a little more primary.
You're gonna keep edging, dude?
Yeah.
dude, hell yeah, edge maxing. Let's go.
Yeah, looking tight.
We goon around here. And edge maxing, especially with containment and other things.
Secondary turn where he's not going to get like 10. So that's
Wonderful. I feel like I belong
I've
here.
gone through a lot of
I have
It is Death Guard.
secondaries.
Hey, he did flip his secondaries. Did you by chance catch what they were?
I mean, not low scoring necessarily, but like
I'll
I
go
got
wander
5.
over.
Hey, hang on, wait. I might actually.
7 turn 2.
There
I
might be
got
a trick
5
here.
last turn.
Not bad.
Or full
Does this
And
camera
your camera.
last turn.
Oh my god.
7.
Enhance.
Can you read it? Because this is as far as it goes.
I
Hang on.
did shadows.
This screen.
It's engage and behind.
Now he's got a decent amount of stuff that's battle shocked.
I can see this extra screen because I can see it's
Beautiful.
the thing, right, gun?
Yeah, I shot you.
Enhance.
On the same line. So yeah, you're good.
Again, I play Marines, so most of my stuff's pretty simple. If you see me, you see me. I'm just making sure that's how that works.
Yeah.
Before I go to shoot it and make a fool of myself in front of the stream.
Engage.
Already doing that, but more so.
He is. He just doesn't know it yet.
It was engage and behind, right?
Correct.
Yep.
18.
Both positional.
Marines to get-
Behind is
what are they
probably
gonna
getting
accomplish?
chucked for a CP because he didn't bother to re-roll it. Not the worst decision ever on the
Say it again.
Shadow in the Warp turn.
In the
Yep.
Marine squad. Thank you.
All right, here it is. Behind enemy lines, engaging all fronts with an 8 on primary, 42 to 52. Bottom of turn 3. I have to say, this has been neck and neck. They have been keeping it right next to each other.
Yeah, the problem is if Tyranids continue to get 13s every turn, that will be about a 20-point primary gap by the end of things. And that's going to be, in and of itself, a problem because the Tyranids are also scoring better secondaries in overall because Death Guard might get a small one here, but I think their ability to get big secondary swings is kind of gone.
Ooh. Now, there is a building that is missing from that placement that he's fiddling around with, right? But he's absolutely stacking that building. We're seeing go, right? Mortarian's moved up into the front.
I think he's recognized that if he doesn't do something, he's just going to lose. So I think he's just going to give it a go. I wouldn't be shocked to see a double Death Shroud charge here in the middle and see if they can take down a Norn and leave the non-Battle Shock squad touching it. I think if the Norn dies, there's not a lot of things that can easily kill the rest of the Death
We can
Shroud.
all get out of the
I agree.
and be happy.
So the Exocrines can hurt. The Tyrannifex will overkill them. But with the ability to be extra minus damage in melee that doesn't care about battle shocking from the sorcerers, he's going to have a hard time, especially with -1 to wound.
And then
The Norn's not a damage threat so much just as an OC and durability.
Do you think single squad of Death Shroud Terminators ices a Norn in one go?
I don't think so. Not at 2 damage.
see the alley.
So he's going to need both then.
I think he's going to need both, and he's going to need some really strong lethals.
Oh, here comes the Poxwalkers.
That will be annoying for the Tyranids. If they bang a relatively low distance charge, but can just pile on in front of the bugs, like it's going to take them a minute to work through that unit. Basically no save, but 5-up feel no pain is very real.
Is this a Lictor here? Is that what I'm looking at under his arm?
That's that Lictor that's been there since day 1.
Ah,
Oh, I
good.
need to get him out.
He's just going to ignore it because it's camouflaged, right?
Correct.
Yeah, he's just sitting in that corner being like, nobody look in my direction.
That is one of the funny things about these WTC layouts, if you're unfamiliar, is there's a lot of these really sharp or narrow pockets or terrain features touching the edge of the mat, so you can be opaque or non-shootable from one side to the other. When he puts that wall back, you'll kind of see what we're talking about. But
I see.
so that Lictor has been able to be there
And then we're
in relative
12
safety,
Melta,
and
Plasma's
my hunch is that he's far enough back that if he wants to charge, he has to leave the wall.
That's clever, actually. And I don't really mind that. For a WTC placement like that, having just 1 or 2 buildings, obviously mirrored, touch the edge of the board, it's a dynamic piece there.
Yeah, there is another table in this round that's worth looking at if you have a second. That's essentially 2.
Does that matter? Not much.
Like on this map, if you basically scooted the ruins that he has all the Poxwalkers in, there's the one behind it that has a Rhino in his deployment zone. You basically scoot those a little closer together. So there's essentially like a triangle that you can't shoot into it, but you could stage melee there like nobody's business.
The Marines?
Yeah, and we'll do the EXO just for the extra AP. Same profile otherwise, so.
Seeing Overwatch go down.
T5.
So the Mally would be winning you at 2s. So let's do the Mally. Either +1 to wound, or you save on 5s instead of 4s. So
Is this floating Mally here into the Marines and just disembark?
Into the Plague Marines,
plus,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah, so
D6 plus 5.
For those of you unaware,
11
since those
shots.
Plague Marines aren't battle shocked,
Four.
they will be able to use a couple of strats, and
8.
they
11.
hit like a
Number 6,
absolute
they have
freight train
stuff.
in melee with full rerolls, crit 5s, and
That's quite
lethals.
good.
Oh.
It's going to be 8 hits total.
Wow. That was good. 4 6s raw.
And sustained because they're infantry.
You're going to have 7 AP2s, and I'm going to be. You're going to.
What's the damage on this, Kenny?
Enough to
AP2 found
they're flat 3. I
Actually,
believe.
I don't think you have cover. I
on the
think he's
2 in
got
the building that you
lines.
can't see. There's 2 in the building.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
So
So
4
those
up,
2 will be on 4-ups.
4 up. So 1 dies.
Yep.
4 up. 4 up. So he dies. 5 up. Make the 5 up. Okay. So
Not bad.
He dies. The 2 in the terrain feature.
He only lost 2
Yeah,
dudes.
that was 5 of the saves.
That was all the saves.
It was 7 saves total.
Yeah, I made 7 saves.
That was not 7 saves. It was 5 saves. It was 6. It was 6. You got one more.
6.
We'll be at
5 up.
5 up. Cool. So one more guy dies. So we took 3.
At least we were both wrong.
Yeah, we were both.
At least you feel a little better.
Guys.
Can't pull the character guy. You're here.
Yeah.
And then pull a. You're not important. You're not important. Everyone else is mildly important, so we just pull this guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually have a
We're not going to draw any more of the good scoring secondaries, so if you can try.
Okay. We'll try and get rid of those gargoyles.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Where'd my tape measure? Give me my tape measure. All right, here we go.
All right, Death Shroud Terminators moving on to the point with their fantastic and absolutely epic 4-inch move.
Well, that one's also part of the season.
Death Shroud Terminators, I believe, OC1.
Yeah, the only higher OC things here are the Plague Marines, which are not particularly close to the objective unless they absolutely bomb into the opponent's deployment zone.
Watching these things move just makes me laugh.
Yeah, the
4 inches is just...
Follow him.
They do gain that very important extra inch in the new book.
You know what? The difference between 4 and 5 is actually humongous when you talk about moving through walls.
And only moving through walls. It's the only time it comes up.
You're being facetious.
Not a problem I've ever had. I do think that I might be a little bit of a DG hater, but I don't think they needed it. I think the point was for them to be these ponderous Terminators, and I think Death Shroud are frankly arguably one of the best things in the new book. I think people are taking too many. I think they're better as like a scalpel, but just being able to rapid ingress 6 inches is wild.
Yep.
They've nerfed it in every single book that's been released. They all come up with a 6-inch deep strike effect that you can do in your opponent's turn.
If memory serves, it's a 6-inch deep strike that allows charging, right?
Correct. But they can also do it in your opponent's turn from rapid ingress. It doesn't specify phase.
Anywhere fun?
While they can't charge you in your opponent's turn, you could set up some silly heroics.
How simply amazing.
Kind of is just handing you an assassinate.
You know,
get it, but
that book being out, I'm pretty sure within the next couple of weeks we'll see it shadow nerfed, and Death Shroud will be absolutely awful.
3, so he moves 8.
That's the way GW usually does it, you know?
That's the dream here.
And then he gets out of the boat, so it's really like he's moving 11 from the boat, so he's just going to...
Give me Bridgehead back, you cowards.
The old one was...
Bridgehead wasn't broken.
It was
absolutely broken.
It was a little busted, I'm going to be honest.
And those should be there. I have cultists now. Let's go.
Here come those cultists.
All right, what are my secondaries? Engage and behind. I'm going to assume that's screened out now. You moved that.
And most certainly from 20 bases.
I believe it. It's just...
Yeah, it's that corner's my whole... You're screened out from here back.
Yeah, 20 cultists are in fact not going to be able to fit anywhere meaningful back there, but they can make some 9-inch charges, and they might kill some gargoyles. We'll see.
Yep. What are the cultists good for in this detachment now that they're coming in from strategic reserves?
They're worth a lot less in this detachment coming in from strategic reserves. Usually their value is pregame scout in the index because they had scout, and they have sticky because they're death guards. So you could, on certain maps, you could just scout to the middle, sticky it, and then be able to leave it. Or get to your expansion more easily and then sticky it and leave it. Coming in on reserve on turn 3, they are a lot less useful.
There's an interesting, what just popped into my head, there's an interesting counterplay with that Norn Emissary because I believe cultists are OC2 because they're battle line.
Yeah, the fact that they weren't in the list to be able to just run out and die contest is a big deal. So read your list before you drop your models on the table.
Everything else moved.
Also worth mentioning, while they're still kind of moving, talking with the Ruffians coach a few minutes ago, they're projecting for the Ruffians, their score, they're thinking the low end of a 48 and the high end of a 60.
Yeah, I have to.
But things have shifted a little bit, and the floor has gone a bit down, and the ceiling's come a bit down. So
Did I gain a CP this turn? I didn't click the button, I don't think. I should have.
We're not supposed to help.
All right.
I helped earlier. I feel terrible about it. We're in a competitive situation.
Did you gain a CP this turn on the thing?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, and then I spent one.
Did you click mine up?
I did not click yours.
Okay.
I don't know what yours.
He does have 3 CP. He was at 3 last turn.
He
and spent his
did
bonus.
not gain one. I just
Enough so I could.
I specifically told him before this we don't do rollbacks, instant replays. We're not supposed to help.
Yeah.
It's unfair to the other tables here.
I'm only stepping in if we see like an active
might be a 4.
error.
Yeah, like an egregious one that will
unforced error.
Yeah, an egregious one that will turn the entire tide of the game. Like using trophy claim on infantry rather than vehicles or monsters.
Yeah, something like that.
I've done that before.
Oh my god.
I did that recently.
You monster.
I picked up an entire squad of aberrants.
Yeah, or seeing someone revive too many models or place a model like that wasn't there before.
Yep.
I'm right over here.
Okay.
There's that other squad of gargoyles coming down from up high.
Yeah. Time. Rapid ingress time, of course. Essentially further ensuring that he can get the center anytime he wants to with flying infantry.
He was talking to Travis earlier and was saying that because of the movement and the shooting, and then the movement after the shooting, they technically can move 24 inches reliably in a single turn.
Well, so they can they base movement 12, they can advance, and their assault. So, you know, if they average is maybe a little lower, just because they don't flat advance 6. But, 15 plus 6 is still 21. Like, it's still a very far distance. Worst being a 19 and the best being a 24.
With the coupling of the fact that they are also infantry and able to move through walls, makes for a very fast unit.
Yeah, the gargoyle screens are real. That's a reason that they caught some points nerfs. I think some Tyranid players were struggling to understand why they would make Ripley's more expensive, but be grateful they did.
In the early editions, when you had, I forget what the detachment was, but it was just 300 swarms of infantry, and they just kept coming back over and over and over. And I remember the very first wave of that was just a bunch of gargoyles just to pin you in your corner.
Yeah, they certainly still do that.
Yep.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like in like a, what are you gonna do about it? I'm not mad. It's just like, hey, can this Norn fit here? Here's 15 OC on the middle. You can't touch it. Oh.
Someone at WTC when they made this layout was like, yeah, this is a thing. This is going to be a thing.
All right, dude.
WTC
I spend one
has some pretty good, well thought out layouts. I guarantee you they thought about the fact that you could put something like that just towed on.
I think this is the first time I've ever seen it.
Oh, think about a big knight. It's exactly the same thing with a big knight.
But a big knight's visible is the thing. Because it's
so D6 mortal.
So on WTC, well, it might not be visible. Depends on how heavily converted. These ruins are tall enough that you could be obscured. You could do that on a lot of terrain.
True.
But it doesn't really count as a gun.
All right, I believe that was Typhisius doing his little stink cloud.
18. Okay. Yeah. Morty is going to shoot everything into the exocrine as well. So he's got his pistol and he's got his psychic bit.
Yeah, give me one
pistol.
sec. I'm not seeing what you're rolling yet. I have a reactive 5-up, feel no pain.
Okay,
so I'm definitely going to use it somewhere this
pistol's
turn.
one shot, sustain D3, AP3, 3 damage.
Yep.
And the psychic power is D6 plus 3, 7, 2, 1, lethal hits, dev wounds.
And then what's the shooting like from the Plague Marines right here?
Plasma guns, melta guns, like a bolter.
Yeah, okay.
Thinking about saving that exocrine.
Yeah, let's go ahead and feel no pain the Exo. I'll use my free strap from the Hive Tyrant.
Sweet. So the pistol hits
There you go.
3. You're T9, right?
I'm T10.
So down to 9 because of my contagion, so
Yes.
3s. That's a 1. But I'm in the reroll wounds aura. Let's go. That 1, AP3.
Oh, getting cover?
Yep.
So 5 up here.
3 damage.
5 ups. Take 3.
Nice. The Brain Blast TM, 9 shots.
Ooh.
I can't wait for the Grey Knight.
I appreciate him trademarking it.
2 6s are lethal.
Oh, a bunch of lethals there.
Is there somewhere I should
Trademarking it.
Is there somewhere I should put lethals where they're going to see? Okay. And then 5s. Rerolling 1.
Jimmy Neutron Brain Blast. He said TM.
1 dead. 4 wounds.
Thank you.
2, and you get cover.
Protecting me on my stream, you know?
Yeah.
Take 1 more, so 2 total.
Yep.
5 ups. Take them both. And a 6.
The Plague Marines see the exocrine? I don't think so.
Yeah, you can.
I can?
Not all of them, but some of them.
Can the ones holding guns see it? These three, 1, 2, and then the champion dude. Champion dude can definitely see it.
This plasma gun can. This melta gun cannot.
Okay, so in that case, we're just gonna shoot everything into the Mally.
Cool.
Try and get rid of it.
I think you're within 6. You are, so you're -1 to hit me.
Okay. Morty has an ignore modifiers aura, so I'm no longer messing with it. Plague Marines, and then, so the Biologist Putrefire gives them crit 5s, lethals on everything. Just, before they shoot, I have grenades, and it's for free. I'm gonna grenade the Malceptor.
I'm sorry, what?
So the Putrefire also gives them free grenades.
Okay.
It specifies only grenades, 0 CP. I'm gonna chuck grenades at the Malceptor beforehand.
Sounds good.
So take 3 mortal wounds.
Cool.
There you go. Remembering grenades. Very strong stratagem, and when you can get it for free, very helpful. Certainly not worth 100 points, G-Dub.
Hitting them with the car.
70 and a 5-man, I suppose.
Malceptor on a 3.
Yeah, it is a 10. I believe it's a full 10. I don't think it's 5s.
4 up. No, hold on, don't roll that yet.
I'm talking about Grenadiers for Imperial Guard.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I was
Not with a
fixated on the
range,
Plague
right?
Marines.
Gotcha.
No.
I've stopped including engineers.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I can't.
do that.
I had one in a Torox, a 5-man squad in a Torox for shenanigans, and it just didn't
No, okay.
didn't scratch the itch.
For 2.
I have been running a hammer list that's 4 Torox, 15 engineers, 3 squads of 5.
3. I'm not gonna lie.
And then 30
Within
Casterkin.
12. The other guy's not within 12, I think.
Nice.
Double check.
Hasn't been bad.
Okay, so I get 3 plasma shots. Same thing. 3s, but 5 ups are lethal. Hit twice, that no rerolls. Strength 8, so 5s.
Yep.
Cool, they both miss. Cool, excellent work. Do we explode violently? I hope not. No, we don't. Okay. Typhus stared. They shot. Morty shot. This guy, his flamers into the Gargouilles. Plague Spitters.
Gargouilles.
Can you see them?
We got 7 shots. I should be able to see that guy's weight.
I talked about this last turn of not being able to get shot down this line, specifically.
Oh, that we'll shoot into the pyro board then.
Okay, appreciate it. I guess this guy just needs to be bumped up a little bit. I'm T6.
Are you infantry?
No.
No? So 4s. Okay, we'll just do well, I guess. 5 AP -1, and I think you're within...
Norse cover?
No. I don't think so.
Okay, I think he's got a 4 up. I'll have to check. Well, I definitely fail 4.
Okay.
He's down to 2.
I believe that's the Pyrovar there.
Yeah, shooting a Pyrovore.
With auto guns, so it's like 10 shots.
Oh, no, he's T6 5 wounds. He's down to 1.
We're shooting this thing. 4s. What's the toughness of that thing?
On what?
The spore mine.
Oh, I think 1.
Toughness of a spore mine. Negligible.
There. Okay.
It dies.
And might
Yeah.
as well get rid of it.
-1
I don't
toughness
like
as well from contagion.
What the hell do you do if it's T0?
It dies, but I don't think there's anything in the game that reduces it to 0.
Right there.
There's some floors on
you see
certain
the extra crit?
characteristics.
I don't know
Gotcha.
how far out your gun's 6.
Where's your source of sword? No.
No? Cool. We'll shoot him into the Malceptor then. So I'm going to pop his once per game super attack thing. So it's 2d6 shots, strength 8, AP 2, 3 damage. Here we go. We got 6 shots. Hitting on 3s, no rerolls. Wounding on 5s, no rerolls. Okay, we'll
Oh,
do that
good
again.
result for 5s.
3 AP2 into the Malceptor.
Alrighty. Am I getting
should-
cover from this? I am. It doesn't matter. I'll be on a 4 up either way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I take 6. So those are flat 3.
Flat 3. It's plus
Ow.
2
Oof.
strength
Should be at 6.
and damage
So I'm down.
once per game on a psychic weapon.
Yikes, dude. All right.
It's like the goofiest possible rule they could have come up with. Okay. Everybody shot. No indirect. There's no weird Tyranids that I can't see. Okay. So these guys have like strength 3 guns, and I get like not even one of them, I think, so I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah, Gansar, I did think that they were infantry, but it just didn't end up mattering.
So they go first because of that, and then that. Okay, Plague Marines. So this guy's at 6, this guy's at 3, right?
Correct.
So if I wanted to end my base right in between them right here, I need a 6. So the move
You cannot move through this.
I can't move through it. Okay, that changes that. We're gonna go into the mouse scepter.
How interesting! You can't move through the crates.
Yeah, you can't move through GW crates either.
Yeah.
People get that wrong all the time.
I did not know that.
Yep, crates are impassable.
I've got that wrong multiple times.
You can climb them. They're scalable.
6. That's a 6.
But you get nothing
so good at Warhammer.
on the top
Roll
of the
6s
objective.
exactly. All right.
Or on top of the crate.
It's not exactly what I wanted,
I
but
think those are Plague Marines, exactly what they needed charge.
Yes, just one under Nurgle's holy number, but they did in fact make it. Frankly, this might be better for him because he doesn't have to really follow basing restrictions, so he can just get closer and start doing some silly pile-in consolidates. I wouldn't be shocked to see a Hive Tyrant heroic intervention, just to kind of stop the bleeding.
Well, if he is going to declare, he does have to declare now, correct?
Once he's done moving his charging models.
Yep.
he's barely hanging on there.
Heroic intervention I recently used with Canis, and
quite nice.
It's good.
He'll just get back.
Although if someone doesn't notice the giant knight ready to heroic, that's kind of on them.
You're at the number that you need to be within 2 inches.
We're good now.
2 inches of 2 guys.
Cool. Step 1, done. Step 2, Morty's going to go into here, into the Pyrovore. I don't know what
Nope,
I need.
not
He's
choosing
right
to heroic
now.
then.
If I roll 2,
Yeah,
it's
guess
bad.
not.
A 7. 7's more than enough. Yeah.
Morty into the Pyrovar.
I go like
Okay.
this, say hello.
Flappity flap flap flap.
My wings if I need to.
There is a building there, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Can
moving
fit?
his wings to go like that.
Yeah.
Should be able to fit.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
Where'd your lictor go? He's right here still, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't know why he's off the board.
Cool. So now is the question. So do I need to get into his base or touch his phallic gun thing?
You just need to get an inch of the model.
The model? Okay.
Yeah.
So he has.
I roll
So
a 6, it should be good there?
Yeah, I mean,
For the front of his base?
this is actually a good judge question. To the base, yeah. Because
Okay.
he has a base, yeah. I think you
So
need
it'll
a
be
7.
7 to the exocrine.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go into the T-Fex
Okay. 6.
and the
Base to
lictor.
base.
Sounds good.
Or 1 inch of
Oh, I'm sorry.
the
hold on.
base.
I was going to heroic over here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's
I
the call.
figured you would.
I'm going to spend one.
Yeah,
The only question is,
it
if you
doesn't-
do heroic,
Yeah.
I'm going to see what that is to Morty.
Sure. Where's Morty at?
Morty was like right behind this guy. He just cleared his base.
Sure,
So it'd
yeah.
be like, depending on where you get, it might be like a 7-inch to get to the Hive Tyrant.
I really doubt that, because the Hive Tyrant's going to go right here.
Yeah, that's what.
And Morty's
I
back
said depending
here.
on what you get, where you go. I doubt I'll be able to get in, but it's worth a
So I
shot.
was like
if
physically
you're close
thinking that,
enough.
and then you rolled Morty without me doing it.
If I'm out, I'm out. Nothing I can do about that. We're just gonna see where you land.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do it.
That's all right. That's
Yeah.
all right. They're going to agree on it.
Moment.
They'll be good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Don't remember, was that 2 or 3? I think I was at 2. Yeah, I'm at 3 still.
Give you a sec on the heroic. It's totally fine. Just like
Okay.
as you roll your charge, but it will cost you a CP. So just
Yeah,
make
yeah,
sure
yeah.
you go big.
Yeah. Okay, so I was at 3 actually.
Okay. I believe you.
That's what he just told me. I thought it was at 2. I'm gonna go down to 2. And I will heroic. I'm gonna put on me.
I'm sure that you keep track of mine. I
Let me
don't have a
double
metal
check.
dice.
When you
thing.
heroic, do you have to go the full distance? You don't, right?
I don't. You just need to end in like a charge.
It's just a charge.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just a charge. Yeah. Okay. You tell him a Tau main? How the fuck does this strat work? I don't know, dude. Okay.
What are you
so
doing
he
here
gets
if you're
in.
playing Tau?
He absolutely is in.
Playing bugs today, man.
Yeah, good. So he goes right there. There's no way Morty can feasibly charge that even with
No.
it because just the way Plague Marines
Exactly.
are. He
Yeah,
starts
so don't
here.
mind walking
Plague
it back a
Marines
minute or
are
two
in
because
effect.
it's not gonna. It was very hopeful of him to suggest that.
Yeah,
Morty was
and
gonna
good
be able to charge
sportsmanship
it.
as well, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's a 12.
It's one of those things where you sort of like you have a plan in your mind and you forget your opponent can do something.
That's Typhus into both the Exocrine and just into the Tyrannifex.
I think he technically charged both to see if he could fit. We'll figure. Yeah, he did. Or I think he did just charge just the Tyrannifex because it's easier.
So
And
these ones,
he's only going to be able to base
gonna
so
base
many
the
models,
Lictor.
which is amusing because then he can just touch the other beast.
as best we can right there.
Oh, that's humorous.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so then he's going to have a big old line
And
between
the rest of us.
So that was a multi-charge then between the Tyrannifex and the
ones-
Lictor? Yeah,
Follow Typhus.
It's not the Neuro, it's just the standard one.
them. Yeah. Regular Lictor will kill a couple
And then these ones
Poxwalkers,
have
but it's
to
not going to kill
channel in the
enough
middle.
Poxwalkers.
We'll base with the when possible, and then we'll just go like this, so we're in unit coherency. Making sure that we're not on the wall.
Well, that looks silly.
Here we go. Okay. I know you fights first, so we'll get there when we get there. These ones are more important because those ones are battle shocked, so
Dude.
you okay? Is the Norn okay?
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Give me a heart attack. You get 7 to get in there, it looks like.
All right, here's how we're going to deal with the Norn.
6, 7.
You ready?
I am toting as far back as I
It's going to be 2 squads of Death Shroud Terminators.
Applied directly to forehead.
Yep.
We're going to roll the Death Shroud.
And we're just going to drown it in
The
bodies.
non-battle shock squad.
Yeah, we'll see.
This squad?
Now, keep in mind, if it does live, we can't take it
they
from
get
it
9.
because Death Shroud Terminators, there's only 10 there.
That's true. It might have to take a battle shock, or
That
he'll,
is true.
but he'll probably just use his. This is a great opportunity to use the once per game automatic pass.
1 VP for 5, or excuse me, 1 CP for 5 VP. Jesus.
Great trade. We said that yesterday too.
Yep.
Here,
Anytime you can do it.
and then
And it really might end up being more than 5 if he pulls something
follow,
funny.
'cause there is a wall there.
Oh, secondaries, things like that.
Norn there, we're not-
Yeah, exactly. Like, be in the center. He's already pulled area denial, but you never know.
We can't clear or base, so we're just going to go like that.
He could deny area denial for his opponent, which is a net 5 game. At least in teams, because differential.
Here. He was right in the corner there, so it's easy. Everyone else is outside. Not on the wall. There's a wall there. Okay. Death Shroud Unit B into him. Cool.
All right, next Death Shroud unit.
On a 7, which is in, but they're not very happy about it. There is a wall here.
He needs to bang realistically. Like, a 7 is
like a
enough.
singular Death Shroud here.
A 7's
and then
enough, but
I
it's not a lot of
can't clear the
attacks.
wall.
I don't even think you can fit there, man.
I can fit here.
I'm going to be honest. I think if the Norn can fit, that Death Shroud can
I should
fit.
definitely be able to fit there.
Here's the thing.
I can only fit 1 though.
This thing is inside this square.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
It's
right. You can
140.
fit
Yeah,
one.
he can absolutely fit 1. If the
No, I
if the
definitely
Norn
think
is
it
there,
was- I
math
think it
says
was
there's 1 Death Shroud base inside.
We'll put this one here tentatively, and then if he can't
I mean,
fit,
that's
I'll
for
move
sure
him.
in the wall.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I can't see because of the
You
objective.
can fit 1 guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everyone
If
else
it's
gets moved.
precisely 1 inside the wall.
Exactly
If it's
1 doodle.
precisely 1 inside the wall. Everyone else has to go around. Yeah.
He's saying you can fit precisely 1 in the wall for sure.
Precisely 1?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
We got it. We got it.
That one.
The wall is there. So we're just going to move up.
We can just leave this off the table for now, too. It's going to make this a lot easier.
I should be able to pile in and get like maybe 1 or 2 more.
Yeah.
But, because he can pile in there, but that's about it, I
So
think.
push my guy off the objective.
Yeah. All right, cool. Okay. You charge, you charge, you charge. You can't charge because you're a vehicle. I don't know why there are dice here. That is all my charges. Cool. So go ahead and punch me with a lictor.
Yeah, lecture time.
Lictors do have fight first.
What's Typhus like defensively?
Lictor in the top right, snugged into that little corner there.
2 up base, 4 up
He
in
is. He doesn't give that to the unit. He just is, right?
This is the point where I'd like this camera to zoom.
While he's leading a unit, you -1 to hit.
Okay, cool. And he's T6,
Also, can you
6
hit
wounds,
Typhus?
2 up, 4 up?
Because
I have precision and I can see him.
Yes, he doesn't have to
You
be.
don't need
Yes.
to be in combat
No,
with him?
I just need
Okay.
I need to be able to see.
Part of the unit. He's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe it, I just...
Yeah.
You said T6, 6 up, 2 up, 4 up?
Yep.
Well, the odds
I don't think that Neurolictor's
low,
getting
but getting
Typhus.
him would be so
Or excuse me,
insane that I
that
think I
standard
could try
Lictor
it.
is getting
So,
Typhus.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he's killing Typhus, but he could hurt him if he's
Yeah,
that's what he's trying to do.
Hitting on 3s because of the minus.
Well, hurting him doesn't help. He's got to kill him.
No, exactly.
2 drop, 1 goes back in.
Nice.
And then I'm strength 6, so when you on force.
Yep. Oh, it goes into the unit, so you're wounding me on 3s.
Oh, you're right, yes.
He's wounding into the bodyguard
He's got
toughness
a-
anyways. Doesn't matter where he's putting it.
He has +1 to wound.
I can make 3 of them.
Yeah.
I thought you were 2 damage.
He's winning them on 2s normally, just because he's strength 7.
he's 6,
But
okay.
the Typhus,
I was thinking
he's -1
you
to
need
wound.
make,
Gotcha.
I just need to make
Gotcha.
2, yeah,
Yeah.
my bad.
So he did try to precision typhus,
Fighting,
damaged him, but
fighting.
didn't get him.
I care about you fighting, and I care about you, but we'll get to you when we get there. Fire to pile in. These guys are basing. I think I can get maybe 2 more Death Shroud in there. Maybe.
There's a lot of green on screen.
And Hive Tyrant.
Yeah, there is.
My eyes are crossing a little bit on this other monitor.
Yeah, excited. Characters on opposite ends of the fucking spectrum over there. Mally's at 3 wounds.
That's helpful.
Right? Sorry? Mal's at 3
Brown and green.
Okay. Yeah, I only got like 1 power fist into him. This is rough. We'll start over here. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. Oh, no, because you're 3 damage, right? You're 3 damage on him?
Yes. 3 damage, 3 damage.
Oh, start of the fight phase. Sorcerer A, does the closer to you, does he give me -1? He does. Sorcerer closer to me, does he give me -1? He does. Okay.
Does he give you what does it do?
He gives us -1 damage in combat.
Okay.
Start of the fight phase. So it's just that is actually important in terms of order.
That is very important, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll start with the Plague Marines because you can't. You're gonna at least struggle to kill me. Now here is the trick. Here, they have to go to closest. So I think we just have to punch the Hive Tyrant.
Yeah, this is going to make it awkward.
3 gets us up.
Was
by
this
that
guy
tail.
able to base? He was, right?
No,
So
because I moved. That's as far as he could get.
Yep, it
And then
was
you
the
based
exact
Hive
charge.
Tyrant,
He's
so
right on that
we
one.
only get 1 guy to the mouse.
yeah. Yeah, that's right. I based you with the high.
Yep. They got it. They got it.
Yeah, they figured it
So
out.
spindly. Many power fists in as possible. Power fists.
Heroics are funny like that because you can influence someone's ability to pile and consolidate.
Well, that's a cute trick, actually. I'm going to put that one in the bank.
Yeah, the something you can do with like sisters is you can like heroic with a unit and like tag the back end of someone's unit so they can't pile into what they want to hit, and then you could trigger something like the you have to hit me
Does this guy have
strat.
to pile in here? 'Cause that is
Oh,
close to the
nice.
bottom,
And then
right?
they can't
Right?
pile in
This is the
adequately
closest to the
because you're on
bottom.
2 separate ends and they can't break coherency.
I am
Correct,
not sure
yeah.
about that.
But I have to pile into the Pyovore?
You can't leave coherency.
So then I'd have to go this way.
Yes.
Okay.
Coherency trumps all.
Wherever you got to go to stay in coherency. That's
Well, that was the question. So, well, I break coherency if I try and pile into
yeah,
that.
so you can't do that.
Okay. So we'll start with the Plague Marines. I don't really care about this very much. I get 1, 2, 3 power fists, 2 plague knives into him.
I just wanted to say, if he moved those 2 models first, he would not be. He could, but then he'd be stuck with these because he's moved these models.
Right,
first,
yeah.
He has to follow.
Yeah.
So 3 power
Thank you.
fists is 9 attacks.
Reserve.
Into the Hive Tyrant. 5 ups are lethal. The Putrefier. Oh, Plague Marines. You failed me this day. And then,
T10.
so T9, still 5s.
So 1.
I'm within 6 of Morty, reroll 1s to wounds. Still 1, AP2.
Maybe 2. 4 up. We're good.
Cool. And then I have 2 plague knives, 1 from the character and 1 from
Lots
the
of funny fight phase nuance to this particular game.
You know, GW in this edition tried very hard to fix it, and still not simple.
2 more AP0.
Still difficult.
-1 because you're -1.
It can be. I think there's a. I think the problem is that people forget you can choose the orders of your own what you're moving.
Cool.
Right.
So you can be cute or uncute with that.
Orin is. Okay. Would you like to interrupt?
No, you're good.
No? Okay. We're going to start with the Death Shroud here, the unbattle shocked ones. I am basing there as a roll of 9. He will move 3. I can't base you, but I can go like that. This one can move at the back of his base to get here. And then I don't think I can fit another one there because there's a wall there.
It's going to be a big deal
I
here.
can't fight you through the wall. You're more than an inch away.
Correct.
So we'll just get close to the wall. We'll spend 1 for sustained hits.
Cool.
And so it's going to be 12 attacks from the scythes. Scythes?
Size?
Hitting on 2s. 6s are lethal and sustained.
Okay.
There's a lot of green right there.
Excellent
You're
work.
right.
Excellent work. You miss a third of them on 2s.
This camera requiring a lower resolution in order to function properly is annoying.
Yeah.
So down to 10, so it doesn't matter 5.
Yeah, Jebediah, you
rolling
are
for
correct. It is
really
StarCraft.
sustained.
Oh, true.
So I've got 2 wounds right now, and then just roll.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
So 3
Welcome
wounds
in, by the
total?
way.
6 of Morty, I don't think so. I don't think
Maybe. No, you're not.
just out. Nothing I can do about that.
So 3 total?
3 AP2.
3 AP2.
That is
4 ups.
not what he needed to kill that Norn.
Yeah, 1 damage. 2 damage? Okay. 5 ups.
Did 1 damage to the Norn.
Take 2.
All right,
2 damage to the Norn.
2 total.
14.
3s.
Not what he needed.
1 sustained. Strength 6. Your T11 down to 10, so 5s. 1 more AP -2, and effectively, because you're -1 save.
We're good.
Good, all right. That was disappointing.
I think that was
Well, go to the
both
other
squads. Oh, no, okay.
This one gets.
That was the one he did trigger sustained on, so
then I
he
think the
rolled
rest of us are
1/6
just
out of
sitting here.
12 attacks,
Yeah.
which is not unreasonable, but also like you kind of want to spike.
Yeah, that was the one that had the
I'll
hope.
get just 8 attacks.
The other one's battle shocked, so can't use the stratagem.
What's up, Notch? Welcome in.
On 2 6s are lethal.
How's your Sunday afternoon going?
5s. 2 wounds, AP -2.
What?
4 ups.
Ain't no one using player placed terrain in our year of our Lord 2025. This is WTC.
They pulled a building. That's why it looks funky. They pulled a building because it was in the way.
Yeah, there's a Norn sitting precariously with a wall right next to it, so rather than harm the Norn, it's
Strength, like,
better for
I'm
everybody.
just going to roll those real quick. He's dead.
Okay.
All right. I think he might explode for like 1 mortal.
That would be awesome.
Doesn't matter. All right. The scythe is AP.
There goes the Pyrovar.
Like AP3.
Morty
and I
killing the
have AP4
Pyrovar.
with my contagion, so
What's
yeah.
the damage?
4.
Yeah, it's dead.
Again, statistically unlikely for Morty to kill a Rhino in Index.
If I move laterally, I don't think
I have seen him
can
charge
totally
things like a Pyrovore and fail to kill it, and I was kind of hoping it happened again.
wounds, battle shocked. All right. Typhus is going to swing into the turn effects. I have however many Poxwalkers in there. We'll swing
What's he like offensively again? Remind me.
5 attacks and 9-2-3.
5 attacks.
Lethal
and 9,
hits.
2, 3.
Yep.
Cool. Go for it.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, so 2s. 6s are
Terrain
lethal.
effect's probably going to use his
There he
blanket
is,
damage.
missing twice.
Yep.
The goat.
Over in this
5.
corner, you can see just the scythe
Poxwalker unit is within
of Typhus sticking up there.
There's 1 through the wall right there. And then
Maybe. Yeah, sure.
5 up. 1 AP3 because of contagion.
Cool.
AP2 effectively.
5 up. Nope. Damage?
To 3.
3. Cool. He is down to 13.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I already rolled the save. Never mind. Yeah, so we're down to 13.
Yeah, so
And I have
Didn't use ablative.
chanced it,
1, 2,
didn't use the
3, 4, 5, 6,
ablative plating, or
Poxwalker,
whatever the
punch you,
hell it's called
16
for Tyranids,
attacks.
but close enough.
Ignore 1 damage, or ignore a damage.
Yeah, ignore a damage roll before you make the save.
Yep.
Poxwalkers into the Lictor. 5, 6s are lethal.
Still down in that corner, bottom. Again, this is the Lictor stuffed into the corner.
Oh, I don't know why I was thinking he might be -1 to hit in combat. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure he's not.
I didn't roll a single 5, so it does not matter.
Does not matter? Okay, perfect.
5 AP1 because they're in contagion.
Cool. 5 ups. Make 1, fill
Dude.
4, down to 2.
The Poxwalkers are going to kill the Lictor.
I mean,
by
they
just
didn't.
hitting it.
They tried. He's a 2.
Okay. That's all my fights.
Yeah,
Over
I
to
hit
you.
back. We'll start with the Hive Tyrant over here. Go ahead and clock to me. Here's the Hive
Yeah, you're
Tyrant
3
hitting on
damage. So
2s.
disgustingly resilient does nothing. Okay.
Hive Tyrant does have the ability to do some damage here.
I'll hit. No
Nice.
6s.
T5.
Yep. Strength 10, so 2s.
Yep.
And Twin
Yeah,
Link.
Ganzar, they did no
you have,
damage,
6 at
which is unsurprising.
6 at AP2, 5 up.
Yes, sir.
I make 1, so you kill 5 Marines.
Kill 5 dudes.
He said 5 Marines.
Yeah,
Nice.
Hive Tyrant melee.
Yep. Bone Sabers.
That's the only way to keep
Very good.
I'll go ahead and do the Maliceptor.
Yep.
I think his sweep is 2 damage, so I'm probably going to use it.
Nice to have the Hive Tyrant kill some dudes, but the real reason was to prevent too many more Plague Marines consolidating into that Maliceptor and potentially taking them off the table.
Yeah, we'll do the sweep.
Okay.
6 attacks. Hitting on 3s. 2 sustained. Strength 6. Strength 7. So wounding on 3s.
I believe this is the Norn.
2 at AP1.
4 ups. Philbo.
Kill 2.
Kill them both.
Kills the squad. The only characters are left.
Cool.
Oh no, that was the Maliceptor.
That's 2 characters left over.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, Maliceptor melee is no joke.
Okay.
Here's the main
which squad are
weapon.
you punching into?
It either has a las cannon in a melee or is a
P6.
decent 2 damage strike.
P6
Nice.
-1 to
Sweet.
wound.
I'm going to hit this one.
Okay.
Because you'll be +1 to wound because you're battle shocked and within 12 of the Neurolictor.
Okay.
So I'll hit them. So hitting on 2s, 6s are sus. 4 hits. Wounding on 2s. 3 at AP2 into the Death Shroud.
3 AP2. I failed.
So you kill 1 guy because of the -1 damage.
Yep.
And then here's the smaller attacks.
Since I think this melee phase is winding down, and we're not going to see a behind. We'll see an engage, but I don't think we'll see a behind.
Yeah.
I'm going to go wander and look at other tables.
Sounds good.
2, excuse me. So 1. 2 damage down to 1 damage.
Okay.
So kill a guy, wound on a guy.
Oh. I don't need to pull that one first to keep coherency.
Fought. The Tyranids will hit you back. Got 3 attacks.
Tyranids in the left corner here.
1 sus. Wounding on 2s because he's strength 8. 3 at no AP.
Into the Poxwalker unit?
Yes.
Oh. 5 at Feel No Pains. Kill 2 guys.
Remind me, 1 second. Because Typhus took damage from precision, does he need to keep taking saves, or is that phase by phase, right? Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, so we'll pull 1 from behind the wall, just to make it easier for coherency. I don't care about this guy.
Sure.
One of the rare scenarios where you can have some damaged models in a unit because it's a character and not
Well,
have
that
to
is
allocate
my
wounds to that
turn.
model.
Cool, man. What were your secondaries?
Engage and
Engage and behind. So behind,
that guy is behind.
you did get him. Do you have another one? I think
Gives me
no, this
holy?
unit's not.
No.
Yeah, it's holy.
Is Holy within?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Typhus definitely isn't.
Yeah, no. So
I
you
just
get it for 1.
behind,
So you get 2.
and then engage. I should be in 1, 2.
2, 3. Do you have
3.
anyone holy within that corner? No, because you need to be
I get
6
3.
away.
He's there.
Yeah, he's over here though. You need
This
to be
guy.
6 away from the center.
Same place where Lictor was, right?
No,
No?
he's not past the halfway line
Okay.
right now.
Oh, I can measure that actually. I just remembered I have a tape measure. Oh yeah, no
Fit?
way.
I don't think you can fit. Yeah.
I was just looking at that and I'm like, yeah,
So you'll get small behind,
yeah, small behind
engage.
engage. So I get 4 should be?
Yep, 4 total.
Or no, it's 3 for behind.
Oh, it's 3
and
for
then
small
so I get
behind?
5
Yeah,
total.
so 5 total, yeah. And then I'll complete my defense stronghold bottom of your turn.
Yep. And then
Cool.
go to your turn.
Yes.
Morty will give, I guess.
Do I have some
Reroll
battle
ones?
shocks, I think. It's just the Mally. No, it's also this Exo. I think that's it. Do we want to auto pass him? So I'll be at 3. Go ahead and clock to me. He'll be at 3. No, let's just roll it. It's 3d6. So here's the Mally. He's good on 9. Here's the Exo.
Battle shocks coming through.
Even despite what that is. That's my battle shocks. Cool. Oh, sorry. I think I should have drawn my cards first. I was down to 2.
I already
up
picked
to
you up.
3. Oh, you did? Okay, perfect.
I took both of us up.
Thank
yeah.
you.
That's the secret mission one, right?
So that's secret missions, yeah. Secondaries. Coal and extend.
Poxwalkers and.
Is Poxwalker's coalable?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Ooh.
And extend we're already getting. How do we kill his unit? Is
One of the sneaky reasons to take a big squad like that, something durable,
out?
does qualify for Call the Horde.
Question
Means you
mark?
can't free redraw that.
Okay. Thinking about getting out coal.
Also, you get another 13. I can put that up for you.
Ooh, another 13 for the Tyranids. This is starting to get painful.
Wait, how is it 13?
Sorry?
How are you getting 13?
Because I'm scoring.
Is it 5 per?
Yeah, it's 3, 5, 5.
Oh, got
I've
it.
scored
Okay,
it 3
that
times
makes
in a
sense.
row like
That
that.
checks out. But that's
They've
a
got
very
it.
weird number for objectives to be.
It is a strange number, that is for darn sure.
Okay, let's see.
That 3 for the home, though,
Coal.
tis important.
I need to check to see if I need to kill Typhus as well. I think I do.
You do.
I
You
do.
should only need
Yeah.
to kill the
Yeah.
Poxwalkers, I
No.
think.
He's saying I need to kill Typhus as well.
hey.
Oh,
I need to kill Typhus as well for
that's my
coal,
coal.
right?
No, he's
Yeah, because the unit is the Poxwalkers, right?
Yes.
Oh,
I do.
You have to kill Typhus because he's part of the unit.
all right.
So
Okay.
Typhus have to die or no?
No.
Oh.
I thought
Sam and I played that wrong.
I don't have to? Okay. Okay, in that case, I will keep it, because I don't need to kill Typhus.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Why do they make all of these rules different?
They're
Well,
gonna get synapse
so
again, and
I'm glad that my default response was correct, and then I was like, no, I don't think you're right. Think about it, and then, well, I was right.
You want to
So
double check?
I'm gonna.
It's probably actually kind of close now.
So-
Let me-
So the
reason-
ruling is that
Okay?
So Cull cares just about the unit. So Cull
we're gonna
cares
do
whether they have
guards again,
24 or more
and then I
wounds
think
or
we're gonna get
20 or
to
more
these
models.
guards as well.
Typhus is not part of that unit's starting strength. He's an addition. So Typhus doesn't matter for Cull to hold.
Deathwing Knights, one-shot that guy. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting.
Everyone
Okay.
will doubt me. They do it.
All right, you guys. There is Cull the Horde and extend battle lines with another
We're big chilling
13
right
on
there.
primary for the Tyranids. 68-47. Top turn 4. Those 13s. That is not where that camera is supposed to be.
Also,
phase, both
basically
guards.
everything's
I'm not
dead
sure
in that
about
Death Watch matchup. There's
Is
like
it?
one Indom team left for Alex Pena, and then some like various Terminators for John. But I think
Those are
Pena's
those
pulling
two.
ahead, even though he
Go ahead and
doesn't have
take a
top
battle
around.
shot.
Yeah, that board is looking very scarce.
Neurolictor on them, I guess.
Any minuses?
Nope, no minus.
They are brave.
They're good? Okay, cool. All right, Morty is still battle shocked. They're battle shocked. If the Neuro gets within 12, I'm +1 to wound. Considering where I'm doing my damage this turn. Okay, that's my command phase stuff. I'm going to start with an advance from these guards. It's a 2. I think I need that to be higher.
All right, while he's doing his movement phase, I'm going to take the chance to use the restroom. Be right back.
2. I'm going to go ahead and use my free command, or my free strat now and re-roll that. Sorry, I should do it in this. It's a 6. Okay. How much OC do you have on this right
Like
now?
1. Oh,
The Rhinos, I think,
46.
2.
So
you have
6
8,
plus,
right?
yeah, the Rhino, so 8.
Travis, Morty's battle shocked.
Morty's battle shock, great point. 2.
You have 2. Okay. That's big.
It's
Okay. That's their move. Let's go over there. Those guards are going to advance as well.
Okay.
They also got a 6.
John looking to kind of put the nail in the coffin in terms of primary here.
Ooh.
OC 1 on the sword.
He's not trying to. He's not actually trying to.
Is that 6 that advance roll?
Yeah, so it's they're moving 18. They'll be moving a total of 24, which is definitely going to be enough to snake it because he doesn't have anything on his home field.
Yep.
So he's going to get a big, basically, probably a 0 or a 3 at best on home field. The problem is he's doing the exact same thing with the other unit of gargoyles next to Morty. And since Morty is battle shocked, he won't be able to heroic.
Oh.
So they're just going to shoot him and scooch onto it and call it a day.
There you go.
So that'll be a nice big 0 for Death Guard.
Oh man, Tyranids are going to pull this one out.
I called it before. I think Tyranids are going to pull ahead, and they're about to in a pretty big way.
Right here.
This, I don't think it's going to be a full 20-0, but I definitely think it's going to be a bigger win for Tyranids than the initially projected draw.
Yeah, our Jonathan, our Tyranids player, saying that the fact that the Norn could step on that thing definitely was a game changer for him. Those additional 9 points in primary, also combined with the fact that he's going to hold his opponent here. It's going to be huge. That is going to be a 0 on primary for the Death Guard on the next one.
So let's just stick the Neurolictor here. The Mally will now advance. Oh, wait, no, let me think here. Let me think. Mally's got to come up here.
Is he trying to set up attempt to rescue the Norn?
I think all he's doing is trying to slow down any potential reactions from Death Guard, basically. So he doesn't really mind that they're there. The Norn is not going to die. So he's basically just there to, he gets +1 to wound if things are battle shocked. So Neurolictor can make it so that the Norn is actually wounding Death Shroud more easily.
Makes sense.
Because they have -1 to wound while they have a character.
Gotcha.
Gets me right there.
Actually, doesn't care about the character. The unit is just -1 to wound. But nevertheless.
Man, I can't get over how cool these Maliceptors look.
Yeah, they're pretty neat.
Are they his? Are they Jonathan's?
They are, in fact, his.
Okay. He's advanced. He's advanced. They're going to both shoot and stay out of combat there. He's going to stay in combat.
You can't shoot the Poxwalkers. They're in combat. Okay. Right?
Oh, I can't shoot them in combat. Yeah, you're correct. What am I saying? He's going to have to fall back. Let's go ahead and do that. The Tyrannifex will just fall out. No shooting for him this turn. No big deal.
Is the Lictor still over in that building, or did the Poxwalkers get it?
Anymore? I'm going to advance
nope.
Hormagaunts.
Your Lictor?
Oh, my Lictor is. That's true. That's true.
Is the Lictor battle shock?
He does have to fall back for me to shoot you.
He'll have to take a desperate to get out. So he'll battle shock test.
He's good.
All right.
And then desperate.
He's gonna have to make a desperate escape check though, because he can't. He needs to go through a model here.
Excellent. Desperate.
Can he not go through a building?
On a 1 or a 2,
so
right?
it's a Lictor.
Desperate escape. Yeah. I don't know. Let me roll it and see if it matters.
It's a 1 or a 2.
It's a 1. I'm pretty sure.
He rolled a 6.
He's good.
All right. He's definitely fine.
Yeah.
It is 1 or 2.
He's gonna go this way.
He rolled a 6.
Yeah. So you are allowed. So with like infantry models and such, and most models, you can fall back over your opponent.
Dude, I can get that Lictor with the car next
when you're falling back. But if you do fall back over a model in combat, you take a desperate, whether you're battle shocked or not.
Okay.
So
I did not realize there were Poxwalkers in this building. That's why I was asking.
So he was totally quad pointed rather than tri pointed.
Gotcha.
This game might be about to like blow out real quick. I'll let you know soon.
So yeah, this game's either gonna go really
I think I'm gonna put him on a 0
turn.
primary on turn 4.
Yeah. No, this game's either about to swing your way or swing my way. We'll see what saves do, and then.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's a
like these moves here,
hopeful prayer.
So they're going 14. Where might I need these guys later? Probably over there, if anywhere. Actually, probably not.
You can't overwatch with the Plague Spurt gauntlets into the gargoyles because they're currently engaged with the Norm, correct?
So that's why he's choosing to deploy the gargoyles this way, because this is his one chance when there's no Overwatch threat, basically.
Yep.
Oh, shoot.
Also, he can start making bids with Hormagaunts because there's now no more deep striking arriving. So Tyranid board pressure is probably going to be too much for Death Guard to get out of at this point.
We're going to start with the Exo into the drone because that's all he can do.
Okay.
He did have to move to get Holy on, so no heavy. So D6 plus 3 shots for 8. Heading on 3s.
I believe it's the Exo into this drone here on the corner.
Force. You got 3 saves.
X Green's behind the crates to the left.
He dies. Cool. Does he explode? No.
Alrighty. Let's go over here now.
I just want like one
the
thing to
Exo is
explode.
going to shoot into the Poxwalkers.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Pull me out of line of sight.
The Chekhov's gun, if I've ever heard one. I just want one thing to explode. There's a lot of things that could explode still in this game.
Now, we'll do the EXO first.
So when you do that, I'm going to pay. The question is, how many do I want to pay? We're going to pay 2. One for go to ground and one for -1 to hit. Thought of flies.
Okay. So 6-up invul?
6-up invul and -1 to hit.
You got it.
All right.
Cover, but they have like a 7-up save, so 6 is either way.
I think that's usually not worth it in singles, but it's very worth it in
so D6
teams because
plus-
just denying him that 5
How many
secondary
models
is
do you right
big.
now?
Yep, Call the Horde. Absolutely, that's a big one.
2.
Because once this is over, he doesn't really have anything else that's probably going to kill the entire unit.
+3.
Yeah. So D6 plus 6 here. For 9.
Exocrine firing into the
Everything on
Poxwalkers.
fours?
Poxwalkers on the right side of the board.
For -1.
Yep.
Actually, I stood still, so I'm still hitting on 3s.
Nice.
Hitting on 3s because heavy.
6s are sus.
And sustain because infantry.
Nice.
Twos.
Nice.
6 at AP3.
6
up.
invulns.
From going to the ground, not a 1.
The 3 damage each, right?
Yes.
All right.
Feel no pains.
So I make. Nope, they'll die.
They'll die. There you go.
Yeah, so what a good way of fast rolling Feel No Pains is roll the amount of damage you need to do the first time, and then you re-roll successes as needed. So in that case, he rolled enough to kill everyone, and if there was any 6s, he could re-roll those
Back to
individual.
me. That map
Remind me if I'm, or correct me if I'm incorrect here, but that only works with
You
1
kill
wound
5, so you're gonna get
models,
plus
correct?
Correct, and they are
Yeah.
1 wound.
Yeah,
Yes.
Typhus is still there. So D6 plus 5 here from the Maui.
You can, when you get a little bit more practice, you
Go
can do it
ahead,
with
you re-roll that.
multiple wound, but you're going to be doing it in parts and parcels. You
That
have
was
to do
a
it slow
good CP
usually.
reroll.
Gotcha. All right, Maliceptor into that squad as well. A little
11
floating Maliceptor here. Squad
a
behind the building.
9, 10,
Also a
11.
blast weapon.
All right, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s because the cloud of flies. Rolling the 1s. Right. Drop, 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 drop. 2 sus go back in. Wounding on 2s. Wow, unfortunate. All right, 5 wounds at AP2.
6 ups. I make 1, 3 damage each, right?
Yes.
All right, so 5s. Hell yeah, 5s. 5.
Oh, almost.
Oh, almost.
Dude, that would have been
All right, so 5 more to kill 11.
Fucker just takes it.
That'd be crazy.
That's another blast gone.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, the unfortunate
last
thing is here is he has to pull towards Typhus.
D6 plus 4 because you're just above 5.
Did that fly get you?
6.
I don't know what the hell that was. It flew in front of my face, though, and my hand hit the mic. Sorry, Chet.
On force, rerolling 1s.
Okay.
Cocked. Rolling the 1. Right. Cloud of flies is big. 4 hits. 2s. 4 more invuls.
6 ups.
Two cards.
I make none of them.
Okay.
Poxwalkers, 5s. 5s. Nope. So you kill 4 more.
5-up Feel No Pains versus multiple damage wound, or multiple damage weapons when it's just on a 1 wound body is
There is 3 guys.
not
left.
great. 3 Poxwalkers remaining.
Okay.
Don't you know I'm still standing?
The Hive Tyrant will shoot them.
Okay.
D3 shots. No blastable anymore. It's 2. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. 2 hits. 2s. 2 more invuls.
6 ups.
Flat 3 each as well.
Nope.
There is
Two more to-
1 singular Poxwalker.
Hell yeah,
1
there is.
Poxwalker.
Mr. Exocrine, you're making a charge, dude. Let's see you do it with the 3 attacks.
Does this stratagem have fake
my God,
shock?
my Neuro Tyrant, I forgot to move me at a 2d6 flamer. I think he's still in range. He's range 8.
Does this detachment have fake shock?
This does not have tank shock.
Okay.
Or
Monster
We know
shock?
what it
Monster
is. I'm gonna
grenade.
move him real quick.
Yeah, okay. Thunderous impact. Right?
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Looks like you, at least from my angle, looks like you come to the front of the exocrine.
Oh,
which
there
is
we
no.
go. There's over my base. I am just out. Fuck me. All right. Damn. Neuro Tyrant for sure would have cleaned it up. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's move on. These guys are going to shoot the sword.
Yep.
10 shots.
Here comes a shoot and scoot.
4s. 3 hits. 1 sus.
Read it. Run from
E5,
it. The gargoyle's
Yep,
still
so
alive.
4s. Just 3 saves.
3 ups on the Space Marine.
Cool. You are Gucci. I'm
Skill
moving
issue.
6 inches.
That guy, he's fine.
Is that a Yali man?
I think there is a Yali man back there.
Mr. Taliban.
Tally me banana.
Remembering you can't move within engagement range of this guy, so going to be a little bit of a funky snake, but should still be the snake he needs.
Well, the amusing thing is he's probably just going to
charge after, right?
Well, no. So he's shooting and scooting, which means he can't charge.
Oh,
But
right.
All
yes.
he's going to do is just put like a nice Y wedge in front of the Taliban, and the Taliban's not able to move further forward. And at that point, it doesn't really matter.
Looks like he's able to get 6 OC on that objective.
Which is all he needs,
They can
really.
try to pick up the one Poxwalker. How about that? So they'll be hitting on 5 because they're -1.
Also, the not worrying about the flamers in the backfield because there's you can't overwatch the shoot and scoot.
That's crazy.
They get an MVP after that. They have
for sure. So hitting on 5
All right.
minus rerolling 1s from the extra.
Gargoyles on the bottom of the screen here, shooting into the last Poxwalker in that squad.
Trying to take that last Poxwalker off.
These are strength 5.
2 6s?
No. I got bumped. It got bumped. This is winning.
Bump the camera. We'll go fix that in a second.
3 saves on the last guy, please.
All right, 6 ups.
Yes, sir.
5 ups.
Yep.
Oh my god, you almost whipped. You're going to hand me the Poxwalker?
Gargoyles, baby! Let's go!
And while he's moving the Gargoyles, I'm going to move that camera.
Good plan.
I can't even be mad at that.
I was pretty pumped.
Anyone who says this game is serious is not real. This game is a joke.
This game's
A
pretty
bunch of
wild.
flying idiots just shot a zombie, died, and he scored like 10 points off it. This game
It bored
is
into
real.
his flesh, dude.
There was some, in fact, flesh boring.
And we're just gonna body block Morty. I mean, I know he can fly over me, but
Thank you. They're all dead. Typhus, though? Elton John's still playing in that helmet.
shot. Everything's shot. The Norn will shoot you in combat real
That's
quick.
not very nice.
We'll use the Melter profile. So hitting on 3s because I'm in combat. Okay, we gets 4 hits because it's us.
Goated. -1 to wound.
Yeah, so I'm strength 12, so winning on 3s instead.
Okay.
Glad we have
Is that
some
in
pretty good
only
high
melee?
energy from these
It's
two.
whenever an attack is allocated to me. The -1 damage is only in melee.
Okay, got you. So 2 invul saves, please.
4 ups.
Okay.
Non-reflective of necessarily the score that is about to happen here. This game has been very involved.
Damage will kill.
Been an
+3, they're dead anyway.
absolute pleasure to watch.
Yeah, he's about to
+2, but either way.
bang a 10 on his extend and his call, so he's about to go up 10. And then he's in position to get a 15 on the last turn and really clinch the 50 primary.
I guess
Yep, that is that.
With no additional effort required, if the Norn's alive, he's going to get a 50.
I did the things, I think.
Cool.
I
Charges?
think I'm done. I don't think I have a charge to make.
Okay.
He fell back. I'm not going to charge Typhus. That's fine. So we just have ongoing combats, and you are first.
I will go first here.
Yeah.
I'm at 1.
All right, looks like he's piling into the Norn here
So he's moving
with the healthy squad
so we can get
of Death Shroud
over here.
Terminators.
Not take sword.
So the real critical moment in the room. So there's not much left in this game. It's top of turn 4.
There is so
The real
many
critical
spindly
pivotal
bits
moment here is
in one
if this
spot.
Norn dies,
He moves over.
the gap is narrow.
Yes.
If the Norn lives,
This
it's
This entire
20-0 threat.
Now, one thing I will note about that
He can move
is, unfortunately, if it's the same level of fighting that we saw in the last round,
It ain't happening.
yeah, it's not happening.
16
You're going to need all the powers of God and anime on your side if you have any hope of killing this
And
stupid Norn.
I just caught they probably didn't hear because we were talking, but 1 CP spent for sustained.
-1 damage to the ones closer to me. Fails. Takes D3 mortals.
Oh, so one of them's also not -1 damage.
Let me mark that real quick.
And it's the
Uh-oh.
Battle Shocked one, I believe.
And he just damaged his own Terminator.
1, 2, 3. All right. 2 6s are lethal and sustained.
A few 6s. Those are lethals as well.
And it's a pretty
better.
respectable roll. I think it ended up being a full house, removing 2.
That's a much better roll than he did before.
Okay.
Just 4, though.
That's all you get, though.
Yeah, so 4 ups.
High toughness. Oh,
Yep.
5 ups.
Oh, as previously stated, and Norn's going
only
nowhere.
2 damage. Now he does get to rinse and repeat with a down 1-man squad.
And 5s because you're 1 AP -2 after contagion.
This is the character.
D3.
Okay.
3 damage.
Take 2.
Nice.
All right. 4. Need a lot more than that from this other injured Terminator squad.
Also, the Norn gets to swing
That's
before
one.
that one gets to
Okay,
swing.
we're
Yes, it
alternate.
does.
Okay, yeah, then back to me. Go ahead and bump it to my time. I'll go.
You can kill that Plague Marine instead if you'd like.
I'm good. I'm gonna go here.
Where's the shot?
This one hit me, right? Yeah, so we'll go there.
Yeah, there it is.
Battlecraft ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get this on this camera? Nope, it is still behind the building.
Goes back in.
Curse you, building.
Putting on 2s because of the +1.
Yep.
Oh, we can kind of get
Oh,
it.
it's +1, -1, right?
Yes.
I'm straight 10.
He's
So
got
normally
6.
2s, so it is actually still 3s. Yeah. Okay. Okay, 6.
Not that it matters. Okay. 4 ups. All right.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it's 3 down to 2.
No, they didn't do their -1. So that
Oh,
kills
so the whole
1,
squad is
2,
dead.
3, 4, 5. Sorcerer takes.
Flat 3.
Yeah, I'd said at the beginning of the game that the -1 damage ability was going to
Yeah,
influence how much these Death Shroud could
Okay,
do.
and I have 4 more
And
attack from his extra
if you roll the 1 and you don't get +1, -1 wound,
Okay, 2
or
subs.
-1 damage, you're going to just die.
3s, or 2s.
That's
yeah.
that's
Tuesday,
rough.
Coordination.
There's
AP2.
1, 2, there's
dead.
5 monsters in this with 3 damage weapons.
Outstanding maneuver,
Ooh.
sorcerer. You got
No.
everybody killed.
All right, you can hit me over here with your banner, dude.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna punch you real good. And Mouse
Hit him with the stick the banner hangs on.
Hitting on 3s.
You are not in Morty, so you're hitting on 4s now. Didn't matter, but
I hit all the time.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
6s. You will kill this thing. 2 AP -1. Let's see it.
what's the damage on these?
1.
Okay. So physically,
He is
physically
I
cannot
believe,
kill him.
I believe he's gonna live against the high tower.
I take 1.
That's right. You take 1. Stop you with the banner.
Look, it's the little victories at this point.
Breath.
Yeah. Kerbonk.
Here is the Hive Tyrant.
I think he's down to 1 last
2s.
breath.
1 drops, 1 goes back in because it's sus.
Hive Tyrant fighting the
Please take 5.
1,
2s for me.
5
The
AP.
2 Plague Marine characters.
2 Plague Marine characters that are in the little crooks between it and the
He really
Maleceptor.
tried. Let's
tried.
that be known.
He tried, but he failed.
Because he has 4 wounds, so
Bro
if
is
I made
dead.
4, he actually would have lived. That's fine though. You served honorably, even though you're chaos. You get a pass. Oh, sorry, I bumped you.
Oh, did I accidentally get an engagement with? Obviously, that's not supposed to be. Where did this guy come from? He's been here the whole
He
time,
was in the
right?
Plague Marine squad. He's the other character.
Okay, I think this guy just needs to be over here.
Yeah, I think you bumped him.
Yeah, my bad. Okay. That is.
Like, I don't remember that guy getting
it's back to
charged
me.
or moved over, so I think you just.
I believe that's my turn, dude.
Cool.
I'm gonna score 5 on Cole, 5 on Extend.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yep. So, like I said, here the problem
Oh,
here.
he's going to cap his primary.
So he's capped his primary.
You were gonna get a big.
Even if the Norn,
Spiders, I have
the
no-
Norn
I want that to be
dying,
known. As Resident
he's
Eldar
still-
players, these things are way dumber than Warp Spiders.
movement. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
Okay. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, secondaries. Cole the Horde, which I don't think I can score. I'm
Good
gonna
job.
keep this here. I can't score Cole on his list.
No.
Yeah. So, Area Denial. Well, we're working on that one. Cleanse. That's actually semi-possible.
It's not bad.
I really want to hit that Lictor with the card. That would be hilarious. Okay, everyone is unbattle shocked. That was. I'm not touching that blue die right now with a 10-foot pole. Morty does fly, so I could just jam him. That would be mildly funny.
Yeah, so as I was saying, when Tyranid turn comes around, if that Norn's still alive, he's gonna, and frankly, he's on all 5 objectives and controlling all 5 objectives. So the Death Guard have to navigate somehow getting him off of 3. And I think 3 is 1 too many. If it was 2, it's possible. But as it is, Tyranid's probably max primary.
Cool.
Death Guard get a 0 on primary this turn. And the problem is Area Denial would require that Norn to be dead.
And it's not going to be.
Probably not. And,
Well, especially losing that squad
the
of
whole squad of Death
Terminators.
Shroud,
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way. And then Cleanse is
I
a
get
tall
the
order because
That's
he
mildly important.
probably can only do it on the bottom one. So the real problem here is that the 20-0, you're safe from being 20-0 is 54 points. So he's going to probably get 49 at the end of this turn.
Oh.
So he has to find 6 points to get to 55 and out of the danger zone.
Of a 20-0?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so it's looking like it's, I think at worst for the Tyranids, a 19-1 in their favor, which is almost a 200% efficiency flip in terms of what they expected.
Rhino is no longer battle
And probably the death knell for the team effort because they're losing on a few other tables too.
Do you want to see if you can grab scores so we can do an update on the entire team? Where we're at?
Let's go grab that.
Clear. 2 for pivot. That's 7. They get 5 more.
You're back. All right, Rhino moving up from its little crook in that building. Real quick here. Draw is area denial and cleanse for Death Guard. That is not a typo. He did get a 0 on primary. 47 to 78. Favor of the Tyranids.
Has the Hive Tyrant taken any damage?
He has not. Oh, no, yes, he's taken 1.
I didn't know what those
So he actually has a 4-up feel no pain now, by the way, instead of a 5-up.
Oh, you know, in case it wasn't bad
You did
before.
just enough to give him the 4-up. So he wasn't tough before.
That's for command points. I'm like, there's just dice everywhere. There's a wall here. I cannot see that Neurolictor, so get that out of my head. Unless you move right here. Outside for the
This
Tyrant.
away. He's not battle shock now.
Yeah. I didn't want to. Your gargoyles right there. I did not want to touch that
You're
guy.
good. You're good.
So I moved 10. So the question is, can I end right here? Oh, I can, easily. I fly. Yeah, and then he'll just charge in and die probably for the Emperor. Those cultists are gonna do something productive. Area and cleanse. Yeah, having these guys on the board at the start would have been awesome.
Yeah, that's a bummer, dude.
It's not your fault. I didn't even know I had them.
So I do have the reports from the other tables.
That's the real-
The Death Watch mirror was an 18-2 in favor of Rose City Ruffians.
Ooh.
It's like 100.
Hang on just a second.
So it's not that big.
Yeah,
of a
Sean,
deal.
Sean might.
It is a big ass.
Sean's gonna need a cold shower after that one.
It's funny, rather.
Yeah.
Chaos Knights look like they're losing into Orcs. I think it's probably like a 15-5 in favor of Orcs.
Especially because I don't need to have the Rhino and the drone sit back here.
Yeah,
for a
I was
game,
gonna say I do feel like they let you screen.
Emperor's
out
Children into Custodes looks like it's about a 12-8 in favor of Custodes at this point.
No, I can't. We've been over this a million times. You cannot see the Neurolictor. There's a
12-8 favor of Custodes?
Excuse me, sorry. In favor of Emperor's Children, you're correct.
Got it.
So,
Imperial Guard is a
in the words
15-5, I
of the
think.
green players, here we go.
And then we have the Death Watch game. And the Tyranid game at this point is looking to be a 19-1 in favor of the
A
Tyranids.
Redeemer Flamer, but like half of it, so D6 plus 3.
So I think if all the dice just
into the gargoyle,
suddenly disappeared right
or
now,
8 shots.
the
Dude, I love when Wedema.
red team would be in a
That's all 8
fair bit of trouble.
for D3. Into the gargoyles.
They will be lucky to get
Let's
20
go.
team points this round.
Holy
Go.
cow.
I'm sick of
And they'll be lucky to get 20 team points.
Deep Strike getting absolutely just punked on this
Just
one.
dog walked on this one.
Holy cow.
Let's
If
go.
that is the current
Area
estimate,
cleanse.
that is 5 victories, 5 dubs for Rose City Ruffians.
Which is big because table wins matter.
Yeah, they do.
So 2d6.
So
We get 8 shots.
you can prepare, but I'm gonna say in general you have 2 previous WTC quality caliber players and some very good players from the Portland and Washington area, and
I didn't see what you rolled.
probably 3 guys getting their debut
I'm gonna
into
paying them for free from the High Tyrant.
larger
4
Warhammer.
shots.
So experience proving to be the determination factor here.
AP2, D3 damage.
I don't get a set.
But that's how you learn.
Damage.
So 3 and 2.
On this guy? No. On that guy? No. Kill 2.
Okay. The Rhino closer to me is going to shoot into the Lictor.
Shooting the Lictor?
Yeah.
Cool. -1 to hit.
Okay, so 4s from the Bolter. 1 lethal, 2 misses. Strength, your T6, so down to 5, so 5s. 2 wounds, AP net 1 because of the contagion.
Okay. Am I getting cover here? No, I'm
I
not.
should be able to see you. 'cause
Yeah, you're
partially
good.
on.
So 5 ups. Make 1 fail one.
Cool.
1 damage?
1 damage. Combi weapon
Down
on
to 1.
5s. No hits. Havoc launcher. 6 shots. Let's go.
Nice.
Hitting on 4s because you're -1.
Sir, T6.
Down to 5 is contagion, so 4s. All 3 wounds, AP -1 after contagion.
Need 3 5-ups. Nope, he's dead.
Goodbye, Lictor.
Little bit more of that background leak in. It's hard to tell because these headphones are not noise canceling. And so you have
we're getting the passive noise.
You have the passive noise plus the noise is going through the headphones. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not bringing down the gain and making it so viewers can't hear the players just because I am getting double background fuzz.
So D3, Or, excuse me. Oh, okay.
You talking about this one?
Yeah. The one on 2 wounds. Take 2 mortal wounds.
He dies?
He just dies straight up. All right.
I would hope so. That'd be awesome.
No.
Dang it.
There goes the Maliceptor.
Type, you got that
Still no explosions.
there. Okay.
You know, I'm a little disappointed, honestly.
There's a lot of models that could explode in this game, and none
Not
of them
one.
have done so.
Character right in front of the Hive Tyrant is going to shoot the Neurolictor.
Okay.
So D6 shots, 4/4. Strength 7, anti-infantry, 2 up. It's a plague spewer. So 2s.
3.
Reeling 1 because I'm literally right next to Morty. So that is 4 AP. 2
Oh, wait
for
a minute,
2.
wait a minute.
Sorry.
This building is here.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're good, we're good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's
I know
rotated the
he
other
can't
way.
see him, but
yeah,
that guy
you're
is,
Gucci.
yeah.
So it's 3?
4.
AP
minus 2
summon
for
up.
2.
4 up impulse. I make 3.
2 damage each.
Cool. He's down to 4.
Okay. How many wounds does the Execrat have left?
6.
6. Any type of stuff.
I'm gonna double check how many wounds he has.
Morty will shoot his big gun into
Oh,
the...
he has 7 wounds. Oh yeah, dude. 5. Does a normal Lictor have 7? I've been scamming myself.
It does have 7, I believe.
No. Okay.
Morty will shoot everything into the Tyrant. See if I can get rid of it. Big gun, sustain D3 for 2 shots total. You're at T11, right?
Morty into that Hive Tyrant right in front of him.
So 3s, naturally. 1 AP3.
4 up.
3 damage.
4 up Philippines. Okay.
And then his big brain blast gets 6 shots. 2s, 6s are lethal. And then strength 7, so 5, 6s are dev. Reeling 1s because we are Morty. 1 AP2.
Okay. 4 up.
3 after contagion, not that it matters.
We're good.
Cool. Okay. You shot. They can't shoot. That Rhino's gonna cleanse that objective.
Oh, this one. Yeah.
Yeah, the other one shot. I can't do anything about that. And then we're just gotta go to charges. The cultists are gonna go into the gargoyles
Yeah.
on a 4. We're just gonna
Pulls just a little bit of that gain away.
people you guys got watching?
punch gargoyles. Okay.
Nice.
This guy's gonna charge the Neurolictor. I'm aware he fights first. On a 10. So he's gonna go that. Morty's gonna go into the Hive Tyrant, or at least attempt to. I know there is a wall there, so I have to go around it. We'll see what I roll, then put the wall back if we need to. A 2. What do I need CP for?
I don't think that would be enough. There's nothing worse than when you're already behind and you kind of need a Hail Mary.
Also,
and
Morty's just kind of there.
He wants a 12 so he can fly over the top of him.
Anyway. So we're gonna spend a CP, re-roll that.
Okay.
So give me not a 2 this time. That's an 8.
Okay.
Now that will get in. Does that get him enough movement shenanigans?
So like that.
No, it does not. He's gonna bonk him.
If he got a 12, he probably flies over.
Yeah, because you have to go up
Go to the
and
extra
then down,
makes
right?
sense.
Diagonal.
Well,
I think you have
not over the.
as well.
If I have to, then I will. If I don't have to,
I'm
then I
sorry.
don't
No,
have
you
to.
don't. You could probably
Over the Hive Tyrant.
I got a
Yeah,
4.
well, so you don't have to go
I'm totally
over.
right.
Models don't
Yeah,
count for
yeah,
height.
yeah.
It's just terrain.
Oh.
I got a 4,
Yeah.
but I'm literally standing right next to him.
You're good.
So you just go straight through.
All right. Going to fights. That's ongoing, so I have no jurisdiction. Oh, start of the fight phase, -1 damage. Does work, so we're good there. You have 2. You already used your strat. Fight with your Neurolictor.
Yeah. Bump it to me.
I literally just needed Morty to get into combat and him to try and kill the Lictor.
I know this guy's slightly different than
And he
normal
failed me,
Lictor,
so
and
now
I
he dies.
forget how.
Where is that Neurolictor?
6 is 6-2-1. Okay.
I was right here.
Yeah, he's
2s.
right there.
Lol. All right.
Center of the screen,
What's
tip of the
that?
building, or the corner of the building.
3s. 2 saves at AP 1.
5 ups. Make 1.
For
Goes down
AP
to
2?
3.
AP 2 if that mattered.
Yeah.
Just 1
5
damage.
ups.
Cool. Over to you.
I don't fear an interrupt from the gargoyles or the exocrine. So we'll swing into the Hive Tyrant. 5 attacks. Why did I say 4? On 2s. 2 lethals. Okay. Strength 14.
What is this?
Lethals from Morty into the
Morty's
Hive
going to Hive Tyrant.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. T10, so 3s.
Yep. So that is 3 AP minus 3.
4 ups.
After.
We're good.
All right. Or would you like to interrupt?
No.
Typhus in the exocrine. I didn't think so, but 2 6s are lethal. If you kill this thing, I will be so happy with you.
Oh
your
God.
T strength T10, right?
T10, yes.
So down to 9s or 4s. That is 4 wounds, AP 3 for 3.
Spooky. Oh, I meant to activate the Feel No Pain for this fight.
I figured.
Is that okay with you?
The
Okay.
important one.
Even if you would have rolled all Snake Eyes, would have been the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's AP 3.
Yep.
So 6 ups here.
AP 2 minus 1 from the contagion.
I make none of it.
So 12 damage.
Uh-oh. All right. 4,
Let's go, Typhus!
5, 6.
Typhus going to get the drone or the
So he can just sit
floating
behind-
Molly.
That's a thing that can happen.
I'm pretty sure in
He can
his
just sit behind this wall in a 50
delusional
and I can't do
mind's
anything
eye,
about
this
it.
is like Azrael or
That's like
something.
explode.
Going the way it is. Well, I'm
It
sorry.
does explode.
Belial.
He explode?
He exploded. We got one.
We got one.
We got
Finally. Explosion
one.
counter plus 1.
D3 into Typhus.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to roll these on the board, not in there.
I just like when
Typhus
things explode.
takes 3.
You just take him down to 1.
Yeah.
You should be at 4 wounds because you hit him with the lictor.
The Tyrannifex takes 1. The Hive Tyrant
Take 3.
takes 2. Feel No Pains takes 1.
This just in. The exocrine explosion did more damage than Mortarion.
The,
Been in that one.
Morty,
I'm not even
Morty
shocked.
takes
That's normal.
2.
Although new Morty,
Five
Feel No
ups.
Pains.
new Morty is
I
scary.
make 1.
New Morty slams.
I think that's it.
His
Yeah, that's-
his main swing is actually slightly numerically worse than it used to be, but his sweep is where
My
it's
home
at.
field is
15, 822 sustained lethal.
We're trying here. The
Not
Cultists
bad.
will punch those guys. It's like impoverished weapons.
That's
so it's
actually
like
really
20
good.
attacks
It's insane.
at like 301.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to charge the Rhino in. Yeah, whatever. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Dropped 1. So 4s. And then strength 3 should be your T2 now, so 3s.
In the guards?
Yeah, because contagion.
Yeah.
That is 3, 6, 8 at AP minus 1. Your save characteristic is minus 1.
Oh, 8 at minus 1?
Yeah.
You just kill 8.
Let's go, Cultist W! Just open until round 3 and then they kill gargoyles.
Cultists destroy
This game's awesome.
8 of those gargoyles.
As will this guy, just to make that angle at least a little bit.
Although the gargoyles' job has been done.
And that's all the fights on my
Yeah,
turn.
big,
You
big
get
8
to
to
go.
13
Yeah,
point
bump it to
denial.
me. I'm gonna start hitting you. The Norn. Big chops.
Norn into the remaining squad of Terminators.
Okay. And minus 1, and they're not battle
threes.
shocked.
5 on your emble.
5. 4 ups. Much better. We can lose
2 damage
1.
on a guy. Extra attacks. All right. 1 more save on your emble.
4 up.
4. The Hive Tyrant into Morty.
Let me swing the Death Trail back real quick. It's all three.
Oh, you're
so
right. Yeah.
It doesn't really matter too much, but I figure this is what the people want to see, right? So I get all of them at 1 now, so it's 20 attacks. Cool. That is 2, 3, 4, 5 on 2. 6s are lethal. That's not 1 6. Oh, there is 1 6. And one of you misses all 4 times. That guy fired immediately. 5s. So, am I within 6? I think I should be within 6 of Morty now. Let me admit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, now I definitely am. So
What's that
rerolling
do?
1s now. Rerolling 1s to wound.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So reroll those, take these out. 5 ups.
Cool.
So 2 more. So
6.
that is 7.
7. Okay.
AP minus 2 for 2.
Yep.
I cast fail all your saves.
4 ups. Please don't do that. I failed 4.
2
So
damage.
each.
Yep.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 ups. I only ignore 1 and take 7.
Okay. The Sorcerer in Terminator armor. 3s.
Down to 3.
He misses literally every single attack. He's fine.
I love
This
that.
is why you get legends, you loser.
Love that, dude.
All right, Hive
Love that
Tyrant?
for me. Yes, Hive Tyrant. 2s. 40 is not infantry, so no sus here.
Hive Tyrant swinging into Morty.
Strength 10, so
D12.
3s. Or excuse me, so 5s. Twin link though. 3 on your imble.
4 ups. Fail all of them, so it's 9 damage.
9
right?
damage, yeah.
I will feel 9 minus 2 is 7.
Cool. So put him down to 3.
3 wounds.
Pretty good, pretty good. Let's go.
So bringing it back as a 19-1
And then
in favor of the
character
orcs.
into the lictor.
Ow.
He's just punching you. He hits 3
Like I said,
times.
experience is the best teacher,
What's,
and you don't get better at Warhammer by playing people
Wounds
worse
1,
than you.
AP 1.
4 up. Nope. Damage.
Take 1.
Cool.
And that's my turn. I'll get cleanse for 2. That guy is the dumbest thing in this game. And then I'll pitch area.
I don't disagree, dude. Doing the Lord's work would be an understatement for Mr. Norn today.
I get 2 for cleanse.
All right, my command
primary.
phase. We're up to 2. I'm gonna go right back down to 1 and auto pass the Norn's battle shock.
Okay.
There's
Just to
Norn.
make sure. I'll get a 13 again.
You don't hold that one?
I thought I didn't either. He's
No.
on it. That is part of his.
He can only
Oh.
get 11, and
I thought I didn't either. I
my
was
system
like,
does
oh,
not
he's
cap,
actually
so
on
make
it.
sure.
So I still get my 13.
So he can hold it with his gun?
Part of the model.
You have a base. Here's what your base.
Oh, for holding?
Yes.
Oh,
If it's the same
okay.
thing for me
okay,
charging
so I do
you-
lose it. So do I get a 6 on prime? You lose. They're only worth 3 when you don't hold your home.
I think
right?
so.
Yeah. Okay. So I only get a 6.
Just make sure you get.
Sorry, what?
He doesn't hold it because he has a base, so it cares about
Got
the
you.
base in
Okay.
this case.
I was thinking when you're like, if you're a vehicle and you extend over the base, you can hold things with.
But you're not a vehicle, you're a monster.
Oh, yes,
And
very
You're
true.
correct.
I listen, dude, Tau pilled. I just started playing this army. I don't fucking know. All right, appreciate it. I get 6. So I dropped 5 primary. Not the end of the world.
And what are your secondaries?
Yeah, I'll draw some secondaries. I'm gonna get sabotage and overwhelming.
Okay.
So where can we do overwhelming? Here.
That's a good draw.
And this guy's sight just has to not be on the wall.
Yeah. Those are pretty bad draws this turn. I mean, we can sabotage over there in the
You can absolutely sabotage. Overwhelming force might be tricky.
An overwhelming. Okay. What do we kill off objectives realistically this turn? These guys are actually pretty hard to get to for me.
All right, guys. So here's the over/under. We have now had the Orcs Chaos Knights game finish up, and so it's gotten worse. Death Guard versus Tyranids is obviously the one on the table, and so that one is still up in the air. But Chaos Knights Orcs was a 19 favor of the Orcs. Custodians Emperor's Children looks like it is still going, but wrapping up. Imperial Guard is in the lead, and Death Watch that 18 or 218 is finished, and so that is locked in.
Interesting. I have 1 unit in behind right now. I place another Spore Mine, and I get all the points from that.
Are you within... yeah. Oh, no, because you need to be half... Hold on. 22...
Yeah, oh, is he not? He's not in right now?
It's going to be really close.
Yeah, it is. So 22 is there.
Yeah, so you're not.
So he's not. He needs to go over here. Yeah, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, that's what I drew, so we'll see what I can do. And then Sabotage, we'll probably just be over there sabotaging with some Hormagaunts in that ruin.
All right, so he is going to keep it.
Really have a way to interact with that. I can just do the Exo as well. Okay, cool. I want to kill Morty.
Sabotage and Overwhelming Force is the draw. The final primary is going to be 6 that he's going to gain, putting it up to 84 to 49, favor of the Tyranids. Top turn 5.
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you. Okay, we fall back with the Hive Tyrant here. I think we just do, and just shoot Morty with
And I got a subscription somewhere. I don't know where I got it, but make sure if you subscribe, you hit share down in the chat so I can call you out.
Cultist move 6, right?
Shout you out, not call you out. Shout you out.
To charge a
You should just call out more people, honestly.
I know. I should call out more people. I'm tired of your shit.
All right, well, we're probably not going to see 20-0 at this point because didn't get the
Let's
50.
advance the Mally right there.
I also don't think he's going to get a big sabotage.
Somewhere, all right.
He was saying he was going to little sabotage.
Yeah, so his ceiling at
top of the building, or top of the
his safe area.
Yep.
So,
Like that.
yeah, realistically, he's probably getting a total of 3, 7. So he's going to probably cap it at 91, which means that Death Guard still might lose by a lot, but not a 20-0.
Failing to hold the home objective was helpful. It held it from maximum primary.
8 inches and be fine.
Yeah, I just want to talk about that for a second, too. Tyranid player moved everything with the intention of leaving his barrel overhanging the objective. If it was a vehicle, that's how that works. But he's not. He's a monster with a base, which means you check the base.
What about floating vehicles with floating bases?
They get to use their hull.
Thanks, Games Workshop.
Yeah.
That's great. That's real great. That's real good. Really? How is that rule written?
Yeah, so the
it specifically calls out vehicles.
It says hull in their case. Also, I think for the floating, like the floating bases, like a Falcon, where it's smaller than them, because then for them it's hull. But like something like an impulsor that the base is smaller.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You
of.
could overhang with your corner, and you would because your hull's above it.
How interesting.
Yeah. So totally normal error to make, but we play it clean.
Well, that's what you're here for, right?
Yeah, it turns out you just stick a judge on the table, and here we are.
Easiest way to try to play a game of perfect 40K.
Oh, I forgot about Synapse. Going over there.
And there's lots of little things that are just not necessarily worth the intervention, but that's a reasonable one.
18.
Oh.
At this point, he's just trying to. I think he's done the calculus and realized that Death Guard haven't drawn Assassinate yet, so he's trying to keep his characters protected.
There, you go there. Here.
Where he can.
Can I pause this? Because I'm about to like roll dice and do my stuff, and I'm running out of time.
Just clock it to him.
Yeah, put it on his time.
All right, cool. I'm done moving. Cool. The Hormagaunts are going to sabotage over here.
Real quick.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry.
Spore mine?
I forgot one thing to do. What's that?
Did you move that spore mine?
No, I forgot that as well. And I'm going to move this Lictor out to come eat these cultists.
Hey, what? Don't eat them.
Yeah, they're coming. Do you want to Overwatch it?
Yeah, I'm going to Overwatch the spore mine.
Yeah.
Real quick, D6 plus 3 shots from the...
Is it from this guy?
It's from that guy.
Okay.
That's the only one I can see. I don't think I have an angle.
You get a 1?
Like, it's 4 shots, though.
Yeah.
And then 2s.
I'm going to go help him with his microphone real quick.
And he's alive, I guess?
I really tried.
Oh, my God.
I really tried.
The Spore Mine lived through the Overwatch.
That is crazy.
That's impressive.
Oh, my God. Okay, it blows up. I'm going to place it back here.
Oh,
so I'll just
it
pick a
died.
1
Yep, no.
behind.
I can't stop you from getting 1, but I would like to stop you from getting 2. Dude, if you rolled all
fair enough.
1s, that would have been so funny.
Yeah, that'd been great. Okay,
Thanks, Dad.
You rolled
shooting.
Go get him.
I'm
This
really trying.
Exo
You
is
got a
gonna
big
shoot
guy
40.
mean.
Exo into Morty. It's going to be 9
I'm
shots.
sorry, where's Exo going into?
Morty, do you want a -1?
No, he's dead.
Okay.
You're shooting your entire army at him. I mean, like...
Yeah, basically, yeah. 3s. Looking for lethals. Actually, I'm out of the lethal sorrow. Bad hit roll, unfortunately. 5s. Oh, 3 saves, though.
3?
He's got to make... oh, thank you, sorry.
4-ups?
Yep.
It takes 6 damage. How many has he got? 3?
Got 3 left, yeah.
Yeah, watch you make me all these 5s.
Okay, he's dead. Does it
However,
explode?
does he explode? Damn it. I just want one thing to explode.
That would have been cool.
Hey, we got one thing to explode.
Okay,
We got an Exocrine that exploded.
Tyrant's going to shoot his
Yeah, that's that kind of imperfect memory we have when something goes our way versus doesn't go our way.
Yep.
Also,
Five,
I had a sneaking suspicion based on a play he made. He did cycle Overwhelming Force, which is now behind enemy lines,
It's either AP1 or AP2.
which is why he has no
doesn't
CP.
matter.
They rolled a 1. How much?
Understood. Thank you for checking that.
You're just going to shoot him with everything else.
Yeah.
Here is that correction for you guys, by the way.
Those 2.
Behind enemy lines and sabotage.
Yeah, I do. Okay.
Yeah, so realistically, he gets 6 points
place
on
the spore
secondaries
mines,
this turn
Josh
because
got, we
he'll
killed
sabotage
one,
that he
killed that,
can't be
that's what
interacted
matters.
with, and
The
he
normal
just
shoot
has a
you
spore
pop
mine in the
back.
backfield.
2 shots
There you go.
on 3s. Jeez. 1 hit on a. Oops, sorry.
Pay 1 for lightning fast reaction.
On a 2. Or on a 3 because of the minus. 1 invulnerable save on the Death Shroud. Cool. It's going to be 7 damage. Kill a guy.
There's still a few active games for this particular team. This one's winding down, and I don't think the score I have any impact on at this point, so I'm going to go
That's not
active
nice.
judge a couple tables.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, thank you.
Bumping him over there for me.
Do you want him as far as possible or just in?
No, just you can just touch the front of him. It's fine. 4, 5.
I tried to hide him from the drone the best I could.
And 6.
Please not have to come get you.
Hitting on 2s. All hit. Winning on 2. They're T3, right?
Yeah, they're just dudes.
So 5 saves and AP2.
They're just dudes being bros, okay? You wouldn't understand. You play Tyranids, you wouldn't understand dudes being bros.
I absolutely understand dudes being bros. That's where you're wrong.
I'm gonna fight you with my Death Shroud now. We'll pay 1 for this. Nope, that's up. For Sustanda Hitta.
Oh, actually, I have fights first right here.
Go ahead and fight me.
Yeah. 6 hits because of sus. Winning on 3s. You got 5 at AP2.
5 AP2, 5 ups. He dies. Oh, that guy is very dead.
Super dead.
Failed
Get out of
every
here,
save.
idiot.
Okay. So spend 1.
Oh, it should have been on me for that roll. I'll leave it on me
You're
for a
good.
sec.
Death Shroud into them.
Yeah. I mean, that's my turn in my game anyway, so.
2.
It's looking like I think I lock in, like, it depends on what he draws, I guess.
5.
He should get a 15 on prime. Actually, can't get a 15 on primary. He's gonna get an 8 on primary. He can't come take this. Yeah. I think it's gonna be somewhere around a 16, 17. I think maybe.
Oh, and then sustain, so we
I
get.
don't know. We'll see in just a sec.
They're just really not trying. 6 AP2 for 2. Or AP3, but it doesn't matter.
6 AP. 6.
AP3. Because of contagion plus AP2.
Boy, the Norn could die here. He needs to make some invulns, actually. Force. Just 3.
6 damage.
Yes, sir.
I think the Norn only has 1 die there. He could die.
CP one of those.
Okay.
I'll use my free strat from the.
Yep.
CP for safety.
4 up. No.
Still fails
6?
it.
Yep.
Okay, dude, he's got to roll really well here. He's only got 3.
Oh, he's only got 3 wounds
Gotta make
left.
4 of these.
That's what my sorcerer casts.
Come on,
He
buddy.
casts die.
Norn is
That's so
dead.
hard. Does he
Go
explode?
boom. Oh.
Okay.
That
He
would've
got the
done nothing but
Norn.
Negatively affected me, and I still
that dude
really.
did so much work this game. It's crazy. R.I.P. brother.
All right, cool.
All right, so you will get a big primary turn this turn.
Yeah, that's the goal here.
Yeah, and then it's over to you, man. I'm gonna get 2 on
Okay.
behind, and I'm currently sabotaging that.
With the
piece
Hormigons?
over there.
The Hormigons, right?
Or I get 3 on behind. Sorry. Yeah, the Hormigons.
Go to my turn. I will draw Sabotage in a no prisoners.
Oh,
I don't know what accent that is. Don't question it. All right, so we're
Bottom of turn
mine.
5.
That's no prisoners.
Not a great
Yep, that
draw.
Neurolictor, I really can't, realistically can't kill. There is a wall there still. How far away are these Hormigons? I mean, I'm gonna get overwatched, but whatever. 12 inches away, I guess, from the front one.
Ooh, we're thinking maybe we could stop
The one
sabotage.
at the very front. It is 12 inches away. So I would need an 8 on 2d6. I got behind and no sabotage. I don't know why I keep saying words. Can I look through the deck and then reshuffle it just to see what I have left?
Do you want?
If no, it's fine. But
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. I can have him shuffle it too.
Yeah.
Bring it down, defend, overwhelming, assassinate, secure, marked, and storm hostile. So of
what is
these,
your sabotage?
overwhelming force is not super possible. Assassinate's not great. Secure's fine. Marked is bad. All right, so most of these are pretty bad. So we'll just go for the 3 for sabotage, or for no prisoners. That's 1 ideally, 2 ideally. All right, Death Shroud, I need you to perform here. And if you don't, you're fired.
All right, so he is keeping those
I also don't
cards.
think I have a way to touch this at the end of the game. But basically, we're gonna
Keeping in mind the Death Guard has not scored primary yet because they score at the
These
bottom of
move
turn.
forward.
Bottom of turn
You
5, the
have
draw
all
is sabotage and no prisoners.
happen to have the
49 to
linchpin card?
87. Sorry?
You happen to have the linchpin card?
Yes. All right, you guys. Overhead.
I know it has a is it max 15? I think it is.
It is, yeah, it is
okay,
max.
that's what I was curious of.
Oh, I can get in there on a 7-8. Well, we'll get there when we come to
You'll get
the roll.
a 15. That'll put you at 64. You get a 5
This
on
one
six,
becomes
probably.
sticky, as does that one, because I have it. This Plague Caster is going to walk over here and just get that Spore Mine.
Yeah.
This guy's going to walk out.
This camera keeps moving, and I'm not 100% sure why. I'm going to have to look at that while we're at lunch.
These guys fall back.
Must keep getting knocked?
Yeah, it might be some bumpage.
Yeah.
Or
Technically
earthquake.
a 1 CP for what it's worth.
Custodians into Emperor's Children was a 10-10.
Yep, I got that one. That was reported.
Excellent. And then, yeah,
That Rhino's
55
going
on
to
the
advance
card.
by roll 6, maybe.
Hey, I'm actually going to Overwatch these
I figured
guys.
you would.
That's the only thing that really matters this turn. So
Look,
I'll
I was
spend my 1
planning
CP.
with that Overwatch in mind.
I'll spend my 1 CP on that.
I moved 16, so evenly, yeah, I can
There's
get close
D6
right
plus
there.
4 shots.
From the Exocrine into the Death Shroud?
Yeah, cocked. It's going to be 7 shots, or 8 shots, right?
Yep.
All right, this Exocrine firing into the Death Shroud that are going to go try to
6,
stop
7.
sabotage.
All right, looking for 6s. Come on, dude. I believe in you. He does fuck all. All right, cool.
The Emperor Protector.
Well, it was worth a try.
worthy
Don't
of
stay
Yep,
and play
it's
Death
at the
Guard.
end of the game. What else are you going to do with it?
Advance.
Yeah,
It's not like you're going to hold 1 CP to CP reroll a Hormagaunt.
Now, oddly enough, Death Guard actually might have a pretty decent
Let's go.
primary swing here.
The one
Yep.
guy,
At the
actually.
scoring at the end of the round.
Yeah, so I'll still have my
They have
1
the big
CP 'cause he is within
6-person
12,
unit.
So I use my free step for that.
I
So-
expect he's probably going to just
Outstanding
fully
maneuver,
charge Death
cultists.
Shroud with something that
Truly
might
the
not die,
MVPs
like that
this day.
Exocrine.
Kill Cult,
Yep.
show
And just
up
try to
round
prevent
3.
them
Don't
from
even have them
moving
for
any
after
further.
tournament, and
Now,
then they
keeping-
score me points.
Go ahead.
What a goat.
Sorry,
We
didn't mean to
love
cut you off there. Keeping in mind that Linchpin is a
This Rhino is
15
gonna double
maximum
down. I
on
can't,
primary. He's probably going to get it.
double down, kill that Spore Mine. There's some-
He's going to at least get a 13
Yeah.
because he has that Rhino on the bottom right. He has the cultists now made their advance
Here we go.
Pretty close to
onto
lock.
the
Just
objective in the
you
center.
kill this Hormagaunt,
I'm
you
gonna
got
shoot
Death
this
Shroud
thing
are going to be
just
the
for no
bonus there,
prisoners
taking
in
that
case I don't
13 to a
make the charge.
15 and denying sabotage if he can make an 8-inch charge because he was 12 inches away before he moved. He measured it. And of course, he has his home.
Yeah, I will have you roll that.
Yeah,
There's a chance you whiff on that.
Plague Spitters only roll 3 shots. It's 2 flamers, so I'm not going to bother.
T6.
Yeah, so 3 wounds because of ANT infantry.
AP 1.
AP 2 after contagion.
And does it ignore cover?
I don't.
Surely he's not shooting these into the Hormagaunts.
Because right here.
Oh, okay. No, it's
I'm pretty sure
From
the gargoyles down on the right.
Around that crate. Let's see if it matters at all.
I was going to say,
AP 2.
It does matter, because if I have cover, this 5 saves. You see from this angle.
Mother's Day. gift
oh, no, it's a
guide.
lictor.
Thank you, website.
That's what that is.
Oh my god, it's
Remember
Mother's
to buy
Day.
your mom's things, chat. It's Mother's Day. What am I looking
It's
at?
the third reminder we've had.
Lotro.
You can't see
It's
all
important.
My bottle with Cardiff.
Don't get in
Yeah,
trouble.
I'm
We don't
just
want you to be in trouble.
So I
Pat.
make 1.
Ignores
for what
cover.
it's worth. Oh, okay. What's the damage on?
1.
Takes 3.
And then the Psyker is going to shoot him. 8 shots this time. Let's go. I love my.
Minus 1 to hit.
Flamer.
Oh, gotcha. T6.
So 3s because you're T5 because of contagion range.
Yes.
So that would be 6 AP minus 2 for D3.
Okay, he's dead.
Or AP 3 because of, yeah, so either way.
All right, so he's dead. So you got 2 unknown prisoners so far.
All the Death Shroud are going to go into the Neurolictor.
You got it.
So I have the champion in 4. Right? Yeah, so that's 66 flamers. Guys, what?
Neurolictor is to the right there
10, 13, 15.
on that placard, right next to the Death Shroud.
6. That's 12.
No prisoners. We are
That's 15.
we are racking up that
Infantry,
nose
4
prisoners right now.
AP 1. Wow.
AP1 ignores cover, correct?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then we
Yep.
have the Psyker's weapon 2.
4 right now.
He's going to get
So
8
that is,
points off of his
9
secondaries.
AP minus 1 because of contagion.
So he'll be
It's
at a
minus your save characteristic.
She's got a 4
57.
It's
It's a
4 ups here.
potentially a 15.
She's alive.
Oh,
He's very alive.
Skill issue.
It was a 19-1 gap
Shot his
to
once
we're
per
back
game
to the
special thing in
tying
90%
territory.
Because he
Right.
stepped out to shoot. So 2d6 from the Witchfire, 5 more shots. Hitting on 4s because you're minus 1. Strength 6, but down to 3s because you're in contagion. 1 AP2.
4 up. Nope.
1 damage.
Down to 2.
there's a skunk
Okay.
around here somewhere.
I smell that.
Well,
All right, see if you can bang this charge. I think it's
I
like
had
a
a
9.
Stormbolter.
No
Go for
euphemism
it.
either. It's an actual skunk.
Hitting on 4s.
Think so?
Hit twice.
I think it's an actual skunk.
Yeah.
Wound, nuts. Okay, doesn't matter.
I think
Okay.
that's 1 wound.
Yeah, 3 and 2. Oh, yeah. Strength 4.
Here, this is.
Go to charges. I need like a 7 or an 8 there. It's really close.
It is. I think you need a 7.
7?
I figured.
Okay. Show me a 7. That's an 8, so it doesn't even matter.
Cool.
I don't know why that. Oh, it's liquor. So yeah, we're.
I mean, I'd be shocked if they don't kill him. I am going to use the 5-up feel no pain strat because they're in synapse range from the neuro.
Okay.
He did make the 8-inch charge with exactly an 8. He'll then pile in, get base to base with base to base.
Yeah.
Hopefully they leave that building off. If they could leave that building off, it'd be
Where's the
awesome.
wall?
Oh, here it comes.
No.
Hey, Travis.
Okay.
Yay!
It's weird. It's like I'm trying to do it. Let me look up their sweep real quick. I got 14 minutes. This is the last roll that matters of the game.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
I have not used their sweep yet. I know in the new codex apparently it's really good.
Is it like 3? I think it's 3 each, right?
It might be 2s because you're -1 toughness. Is there your T2?
No, I mean 3 attacks each. Right?
It's 6.
It's 6 attacks each?
Yeah.
Oh, we
At
don't need to roll.
5-1-1.
We're not rolling that.
Okay.
Never mind.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
I thought it was like 3 attacks.
the 3 attacks is their strike.
That's
They do
so I'll
double
get
it
5 for
for
no
sweep.
prisoners.
Yep.
So
That's
the full
not much
brick of
sabotage.
5 to
So I'm
6 is.
busting at 87.
Yeah.
So he is going to deny that sabotage then, because that was the saboteurs.
So I'll get
is great.
15.
Yeah, and then you get
8 points
I
on
get 5
his.
for.
He failed to kill the Neurolictor. That's only 2. That's 4
He
points on
just
no
killed
praise.
he just killed the gargoyles.
87.
I-
Great game.
Ah, yes, thank you.
Fantastic
I
game.
think I'd say
12-8, right? Because you won by 10.
7.
You won by 10.
I won by 15.
Oh, exactly. You know what?
So that's
I can do math.
it's a 12 it's a 12-8.
Yeah.
Wow, what a
12-8.
bring
I-
back.
you know,
Yeah,
I
he
figured-
brought it back.
I'm a comp sci major. You figure I could do basic math, but
Yeah.
you know that.
All right, we're going to let this update here.
Great game, dude.
Yeah,
That was-
the
this
outcome
was-
is entirely
I did
in
not know what to
favor
do.
of
As soon as you're
River
like, "Does he
City,
fit here?"
Rose
I'm
City
like-
Ruffians.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm
it
over
is
there
they did at least cross the 20-point boundary, which is
What
good.
was this? He said
So I really-
3.
It's like,
It'd be a
it's gonna sit there all game
12-8. So
long.
8 for the red.
Playing some big boys. Yeah. That was a sweet game, though, dude.
Post game advice.
Yeah.
The Plague Marines go to the Norn, not the Death Guard.
No, yeah, I agree.
Plague Marines because you pop.
So originally, well, in deployment, I deployed them there, so they go into there and then walk onto the center, which is what their
All right,
goal
guys,
was.
there is.
And then
Hey.
he's then.
There is your final score for this round. We are going to wait for. We have a few more games that are still being talked out. It looks like we are still playing our Imperial Guard and Orcs or Imperial Guard Votan game, and so we will get that updated. But I'm gonna walk around and see a little bit about doing thingies. Be right back, chat. Oh, I could get this. I could get this on screen. Hang on. It's gonna be a long bomb, but this game all the way down here, where the 2 gentlemen are standing at the table. Oh no, that's been picked up. Hang on. Are we all up to date here? We just don't have scores submitted. Mm, 10. All right, we're going to wait for these scores to submit. Give you guys a view of the hall. Be right back. All right, chat. It does look like we do have an update. Get that slapped together. And there it is. That is final. So for this round, round of 3, Rose City Ruffians get 71 to 29 battle points with a 8 to 12 on our stream table. Death Guard versus Tyranids, a 1 to 19. Orcs apparently had that. Chaos Knights versus Orcs. Custodes Emperor's Children is a 10-10. Votan Imperial Guard inking out that win there. And then Death Watch versus Death Watch, a 18 in favor of the Rose City Ruffians Death Watch. All right, you guys. I'm going to give you guys a view of the hall. We're going to go to lunch. It starts in 15 minutes. This is an hour and a half lunch, so we'll be back at 3:30 for another final round of Warhammer 40K 5v5 teams. See you guys in a few.